Baptizing the chemicals, crawling through the catacombs of every sermon that you weaponize. Now every halo that you hold above my head is just a noose made of the words that you memorize. You say I'm broken, say I'm blind, but you can't prove a God with a state of mind. You want my worship, want me on my knees, but you can't sell faith with a casualty. If your God exists, then show me all your proof. Burn his name into the sky and show me it's the truth. I'm tired of second-hand miracle with zero evidence. If your God is really there, then make him manifest. I've been screaming.
What is up, guys? What is up? What is up?
Decorate your trauma with God and call it meant to be, but trauma isn't holy just because you survive the scene. You tell me every tragedy is part of some celestial plan, so every suffering child that dies is a message from God's hand. You say I'm lost because I'm asking where the compass is.
Yeah, we'll get some good callers today. We've already got Persist trying to get in here, but his only question is this AI, which is stupid. Oh, is the song AI? Yes. Hey, brother. Hola, Bobby.
What's up?
How you doing?
Had to bring me in for this topic. I'm doing pretty good though.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, we're gonna get Persist in here. He was in the other day, I believe.
The GI robots in here.
I love having some GIs in here. What is up, Ryan? Love having the GIs in here. All right, let's go ahead and get Persist in. We're just going to do one-on-ones today. Whichever one you feel comfortable just grabbing up, I'll let you. And if they specifically come at me, I'll take it, all right?
Alrighty.
Keep it more one-on-one, allows more clip material, more conversations.
Oh, great.
Hello, Persist. You're over the age of 18, right? You were here the other day.
Yeah.
All right, which God do you believe in?
I don't subscribe to orthodoxy, so I don't know if that would adhere to your definition. But I am interested in the prompt, and also usually have good vibes. So
Sure. Yeah, usually we speak with majority of Christians and Muslims, so it is in particular towards Abrahamic faith God. I don't necessarily see anything evil against Hindu gods or anything like that.
So
Oof.
We're losing you quite a bit.
Now, real bad.
like, wouldn't it?
You're cutting out real bad, brother.
Oh, brother,
Are you
you're driving. We're gonna have to let you go, man. What a shame. Is Brittany seriously just spamming God in YouTube chat?
Yeah.
They think that's gonna do something?
I don't know. It might summon God. Oh my God, dude. That's perfect fucking timing. Nah. Hold up.
What is up, Warden, with the 2 pounds? W's for that.
I said, I wonder if God's gonna show up. I look at
And
the
then God
join
joins.
list.
Yep.
I see that right there. That's fucking awesome.
Even if it's Bluetooth. Yeah, it's a TikTok TOS Persist. It's not our personal opinion. I don't think there's anything wrong with talking on voice while driving. I mean, we can talk to our passengers, can't we? But it's just TikTok. They freak the fuck out if you're in a car and using your voice. My name is Cody.
You know, you don't look like a Cody at all.
I was named after a Dakota.
Mm-mm.
Mom had another person that was pregnant at the same time, and they were like, "We're gonna name our son Dakota," and my mom was like, "Hey, that sounds really good," and took Cody. Native American though is Gray Blanket. Yeah, Brian, happy you're here, man. We love seeing you pop in and say hi. You're amazing.
Well, persist. At that point, it comes down to the question of, does the evil outweigh the good to decide of which one he is, unless you want to take the stance that God is just neutral.
How can you be wholly evil or wholly good? And if you are good, how can you allow evil? And if you are evil, how can you allow good persist? Those are two contradictory characteristics. So is Trump. Facts. Facts, 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 facts. Fuck Trump and fuck ICE. Anyways.
Also, I completely forgot to tell you this. For Samuel 15,
Yeah.
you don't have to let them like say really any other excuse for it, because God gives his line of reasoning as to why this event is taking place. Like when that guy brought up heaven, you could have just been like, "Hey, are we supposed to listen to God's every word and understand his reasoning as his reasoning, and we don't add on to his reasoning?" Obviously, the answer is yes. So if that's the case, then any reasoning that you add doesn't matter.
Hey,
God said his
Sensei,
reasoning.
grifting means that we are purposefully taking money and lying to you in some form or fashion. Let's get the actual definition of grift today. Grifter definition. Got to teach Sensei something today. A person who engages in petty or small scale swindling. So you are selling something a lie for financial gain. CT is not a grifter. As a matter of fact, he makes zero money when he is on my streams. So you can suck the fattest of cocks and fuck off.
I don't know why you guys think just because he hangs out with us or any other atheist, he's for some reason like grifting. But you do realize multitude of Christians do this, right? Like I'm friends with
The monsters in my head.
plenty of Christians. It
I'm friends with the monsters.
God, I haven't heard that song for fucking ever. You know what we need to do? We need to start playing music while we just sit here and wait.
Inside of my head. Well, I got Cap's thing on Spotify, but I don't have Spotify Premium, so it keeps giving ads.
Ah. Oh fuck. I'm gonna send you over
Spotify
because I
Premium,
made
bet.
don't you wish? But I basically made a basic version. Oh my god, a basic version of the POE, the problem of evil, and I just added in two supplementary arguments for like free will and soul building.
Shelby, you
Only
can request
problem.
up if you want to prove that your demonically genocidal, evil, slave condoning, womanizing deity is good. Prayer doesn't
Maybe
do
I should
anything.
read.
That is true, Andy, but a lot of us used to be heavily religious. I used to be a biblical literalist.
Hey, brother, trust me, Andy. I know. Spent 3 hours, one fucking live, and heard the craziest shit I've heard ever in my life.
I love when people like just join the live and they're like, God Almighty, Father Daddy, would you please come inside of this man? Please, please come inside of him and fix his life. Come inside of him, come in him, please, come now.
Stop, bro. Stop.
It's like, what do you think your prayers are doing? You're just talking. Prove spirits exist. Prove your God exists. Prove it, prove it, prove it, prove it, prove it, prove it. Christians are fucking terrified of that sentence. Prove it. Please, Daddy, come inside of him.
Alright, bro. Look at what I sent you over on Discord.
I need your spirit in him. Daddy God, please put your spirit in him. All right, let's get 88 in here. What is up, 80?
Bro, do you have like eyeliner on?
Oh,
Or
I've got so much more than eyeliner, dude. Wait till you see
That's
my nails. It's
hella
kind of gay.
do
You're
you
so
think-
you're so unique. You're so
you think women-
unique.
do you think women have penises?
I think woman is a social construct of gender identity, and there is also a sex that comes with having a vagina, but all as well. You
So
can
you
be
think
born
women
both.
can have penises?
It's a social construct. You can be a woman and have a penis. Yes, they're called
That is
trans
fucking
women.
crazy. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're so blinded. You'll never believe God's real,
I
bro.
was stillborn. What the fuck? I'm alive right now, dude. Anyways, you want to prove to me that your demonic douchebag bitch of a deity is good?
What do you wait? What are you the determiner of what's good and bad?
Absolutely. It's called subjective morals. Morals are principles to
Oh, so
determine
then there's
right
no
from
point in
wrong.
having a debate
Oh,
if it's
then what are you
subjective.
doing up here then?
Well, if you have a subjective viewpoint and I have a subjective viewpoint, you're not right, I'm not right, you're not wrong, I'm not wrong.
That's not how that
so It's just a
works.
waste of time. What are you talking about?
Yeah, to determine which subjective view is best, you provide arguments in favor, and if you don't have a defeater for it, then the other person's argument stands to hold true. You got to learn logic if you want to hop
Oh,
up on a
so-
live like this and talk.
so-
Hey, before you start talking shit on lives, learn logic and critical thinking. So, would you like to demonstrate how your God is actually good, and we can absolutely fucking
Yeah, if he's the
rhetorically
creator,
backshot
if
you?
he's the creator of all things and he's the one who grants life, therefore he can take it.
Does he say it's wrong and evil and a sin to murder?
I guess, maybe.
Does he murder children in 1 Sam 15?
Yeah.
So he's therefore evil. Thank you. Have a
He-
good day.
He's the arbitrator.
That was an easy win. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Tequila! Evan, what is up?
How's it going? I just wanted to spread like a little bit of positivity on your day and make like a little bit of a joke.
Sure.
Honestly, so the joke goes as follows. I might not be super religious, but that jawline is doing God's work. That's all I wanted to say.
Tell me
Give
more.
Giving a little bit of positivity in your day, because I know you like these type of lives. It's got to be mentally grueling and everything. I just wanted to make you smile for just a little
It
bit of a
is
second.
lot. I
that's all.
appreciate you. I
Yeah,
appreciate
with
you
that
so
being
much,
said,
Evan.
I'm going to concede to the next panelist, and I hope you have a great day.
All
Oh,
right, man.
fuck.
You have yourself a great day, all right? I want to get some W's in chat for Evan there. That's an awesome person. We got a
Yeah,
lot of
this-
haters in
this
chat today.
prompt-
Hell yeah.
This prompt is more annoying
It gets
for
them
coding, not so
pissy.
much for me.
Yugi. It's time
You
to
gotta
duel.
Just real quick, you gotta look at these comments, dude. You're getting
There's too many.
complimented like a bitch. Here, look, I'll read two off for you. I mean, you're pretty stunning. And then he had said the religious one earlier. I'm not trying to debate religion, but that jawline is doing God's work. He had
Oh.
said that earlier as well.
That's funny. Ian, gracias. What is up, Yugi? You over the age of 18, man?
What's up, man? Yeah.
Awesome.
And I got the reference. What's up, Kaiba? What's up?
I'm glad you got that reference.
Yeah,
Totally
of course,
just stimming
of
out
course.
for that. But yeah, what you got for us today, man? How's your God not evil?
Yeah, I was tracking the conversation earlier. Can we pick up from there where you were saying that we both give arguments and then we
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so because I don't want to waste your time, dude, but I'm curious. Like, would you say that that conversation in and of itself contains subjective values? Like, would you agree with that?
Absolutely.
Like, if I
What do you think
Okay.
morals are?
Okay, well, I am a believer, so I do believe that morals come from God, but I do believe
Sure.
they
Does
exist
God have a mind?
outside of ourselves. Yeah, of course.
Does it come from God's mind?
Can you explain that?
Did
What
he
do
have
you
to
mean by that?
think about it and create it and verbalize it for you to have them?
Oh, no, I think he instantiates it. Like he's
By
the-
telling you, by thinking about it and telling you by thoughts?
Yeah, one way or another.
Okay,
yeah.
so it comes from the mind of God, therefore subjective. The definition of subjective doesn't mean something is false or not true. Subjective just simply means changes in accordance with feelings, tastes, and opinions. It is God's opinion for something, therefore it is subjective. Just because something's subjective doesn't mean it's inherently false. I hate how Christians don't understand that.
No, I get that. Well, did you ever hear the pushback that a Christian will give in saying that God's morals do not change?
They do all the time. Did he not regret drowning people, or did he not regret or take away Pharaoh's free will? Does he not regret things?
So that's a good point. What they would say is that's anthropomorphic language.
They can say whatever the fuck he wants. The Bible says it.
No, I get you. I mean, if that's literal, sure, but I don't take it that way. It's a way of communicating.
Hey, let's say it's metaphysical. Did God change his mind in accordance with the words? It doesn't change it, dude. No matter what word you throw on it.
Yeah, I got you. Let me word it this way. It changes it so far as how he relates with humans with free will. That's how I would word it.
So one day he's okay with it, and one day he says "fuck you." That's not good. That's evil in accordance with his own commandments.
I don't mean to stop and just to interrupt here, but Cody, search up Exodus 32.
Oh, you can bring them up, 14. Bro. If you want to hop in, go on ahead.
Okay, yeah. Exodus 32:14. God directly says that he changes his mind.
Yeah, so I would say I'm okay with all that. I would just say, so for example, when you have a child or if you are in a relationship with someone, you can change your mind about the relationship. It doesn't mean that your overall intention is different or your morals for relationships are different.
Well, his morals do change, though, because he says in the second commandment, do not kill, and then he kills babies. And then later on throughout the Bible, in like 75,000 other verses, he says, if you so much as think wrong about a child, I'm going to fucking drown you, or it's better to be drowned than to have even harmed or thought about harming a child, because it's so fucking evil and disgusting, and that of the nature of the devil himself, and nothing but pure deserving of hellfire and brimstone and gnawing and gnashing of teeth. But he's allowed to do it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Your God is evil. So he's saying it is disgusting, vile, horrible, yet he does it. So he's evil. If he says it's evil and then he does it, he is therefore evil because he is doing the evil action that he himself says is evil. Make it make sense, bro.
All right, I got you. So in any of those commandments, did he give the impression that he too is bound to those laws?
Yep, because it's in his divine nature. Therefore, it is in his nature that these things are good and or are bad. So yes, it is literally according to him who he is, all his characteristics and attributes.
All right, let me rephrase it real quick, because I'm not contending whether or not his nature
is God capable of doing evil things in accordance with the Bible.
Well, actually, just wait real quick.
I think we're missing what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to take you through a thought experiment. All right, let's say that you meet a pedophile. He says that it is fucked up to touch children, and he's fucked up to do all these things towards children, and then he goes and does it. What would you consider that pedophile? You'd consider them evil, right?
Or a hypocrite?
Yeah, that's fine. I don't think that's what's happening here, though, and I'm just not able to explain it.
How is that not what's happening when God says this is evil and deserving of hellfire, and then he does it?
Yeah,
Have you ever studied logic before? It's literally the definition of a contradiction.
Okay. I'm trying to... I don't think it's a contradiction. It's just I haven't been able to make the argument. So what I'm saying is, remember in that covenant where he establishes the law, he does not say that this law is bound to me. It's from human to human, or Israelite to Israelite, Israelite to Gentile. Okay, so then I'd have to see any text where it says, hey, I too must abide by this law.
Yeah, but he is good. He is the Alpha. He is the Omega. Nothing happens that is not according to his will. He and all of his characteristics and attributes are that of what is goodness. And then he says that killing is evil.
Yeah, I never got the impression when I read the Torah, let's say, right? Let's use that whole framework.
Oh, yeah, let's do that. Yeah, is God all love?
Okay. I'm trying to lay something out real quick, but I'll answer it. I'm not dodging. We'll give to that, but I just want to lay something out real quick. Throughout that whole collection of writings, I never got the impression that he says, I'm a king over you, and I too am bound by the laws that I'm ordering you to follow. No, he's absolutely the sovereign over. Like, it is, how do I say this? It is textbook special pleading for him. Like he is his own thing, and his creation is bound to him. But yes, he is all
That's
love.
not
By the way.
special pleading, but it is begging the question.
Sure. Explain in what way?
Yeah, begging the question is proving something with the question in itself. Special pleading is gonna be like all things adhere to this except for me. So I guess in that idea.
Yeah,
you
like
could
let
say
me
it's
let me
special
let me
pleading.
yeah let me explain it like this. Because you seem like you understand what I'm talking
Well, I
about.
still want to go
You know,
back to you're trying to say that it is not contradictory or not evil for God to say that this is
no. So
evil, yet he can do it.
yeah, let me give another example. Like, would you agree that this is just Near Eastern text? Like
Did
when we're
God
reading,
say it is evil to kill?
yes, it is evil for humans to kill humans. Yes,
Where does he say in the second commandment it is evil only and only if a human kills?
because he's giving the commandments to
No, I
Moses.
told you which second commandment, which part of it says it is only evil to kill if a human kills. Tell me which part, which
Oh,
verse.
it's in the Torah. It's in the Torah.
Yeah, tell me
but
which
I would
verse.
say it's in the
Which verse?
commandments.
Yeah,
Oh,
which verse does it say it is only evil for a human to kill?
Oh, sure.
Mhm.
It's after the flood. I think.
Yeah, give me the verse.
The verse I don't know, but I know the chapters. That's the problem.
Here's why you don't know it, because it doesn't fucking exist. God is saying this is evil in accordance with his characteristics and attributes and who he is as an entity and agent. Out of his characteristics, that of which evil cannot fucking be in, which is another interpretation of hell, is the absence of God and all of God's fruits of the Spirit, because he is the Spirit of which the fruits derive from. There is no such thing as evil that can be in him. Have you ever read the fucking Bible before? In accordance with God and his words in the Bible, in accordance with the Torah, in accordance with the New Testament, there is no sin in God. He cannot sin. He is all good. Anything good that happens is because it is him happening. So he is saying it is evil for you to kill.
I did want to.
There's no law that's
therefore there's no law saying it's only for humans. You're basically saying because the Bible does not say this, it is therefore possible to be true. No. The Bible doesn't say it.
No, I'm not saying
quick,
that. That's a verbatim fallacy. But go ahead, man.
Yes, you are using a lot of fallacies.
I
I'm
did
glad.
Google it. I did Google real quick if there was any Bible verses, because I'm not certain on that. Now, what it seems to be, because there's two of them that came up. So it says, whoever said, like, this is just off of Google, so I'd have to fact check these as well. Whoever sheds the blood of man, by man his blood will be shed, for in his own image God has made humankind. So this seems to be saying that just taking a life on its own is wrong, just because they're made in the image of God. And then there's another one that says, whoever kills any man shall surely be put to death. So that's just saying whoever kills shall be killed. And then we have two other ones where they're just general. So there seems to be moments where it's specified, but the general kind of like sense here is that it's just general. You kill anybody, your life is supposed to be taken as well, or just don't do it. It's evil regardless.
So we should therefore kill God.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to explain it, but I just keep getting cut off. So maybe we could leave it there. Like, okay, if you guys think that God should die, okay. Like, I'm trying to lay out an argument, but it's fine.
You're not laying out an argument at all. Like,
I mean, if you give me like 2 seconds, I could at least explain.
Give you 7 seconds.
Thank you. All right, it's a Near Eastern text. That's how Near Eastern covenants were laid out. There you go. That's it.
Wonderful. Don't give a fuck. Did God say it?
Okay. Well, then there you go.
It has nothing to do with what God said.
We can just drop it, dude. I'm not
going
to
to
piss you off.
In accordance with the scripture, you're annoying already. You believe in a God and you worship a God that says it's okay to slaughter children. You're already disgusting. So your God says it's okay to kill people, correct?
Well, he's not killing them. I don't accept that.
Oh, he didn't send floodwater to slaughter children? He didn't tell people to go and kill these people, men, women, and children?
Though.
He was not condoning it, allowing it, and telling to go do it. Therefore, if this was a court of law, he would be the one responsible because it is his command that caused the death of these people. Have you ever thought critically, ever?
Yes.
It is his command that caused the murder. He is therefore the person that murdered.
Well, it's not murder. I wouldn't word.
Yeah, it is. It is unjust to kill a baby.
Well, I disagree.
You want to justify killing babies now? It is all you, Jaden. I have too much anger for this pathetic piece of shit.
It's not good when humans do it. Don't slander me.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna slander the fuck out of you.
Yeah. So when you brought up like this, are you somebody who believes in a new covenant? Like the New
I mean, it,
Testament
it it
is.
depends on how people use it. Like, so some people will say like God operates differently under a new covenant. I don't necessarily subscribe to that notion, but if you mean relationally a new covenant, yes.
Okay, so in Matthew 5:17 through 18, Jesus says, "Do not think I have come to abolish the law, which is just the Torah, or the prophets. I have came not to abolish, but to fulfill. For I truly tell you, till heaven and earth pass away, which is what is needed to be fulfilled. Not one letter, not one stroke of a letter will pass from the law until it is all accomplished." And as we can see countless times within the Torah, which I think you've acknowledged plenty of times, there's definitely a lot of evil things that God allows within that, like Leviticus 25:44 through 46, the allowance of chattel slavery. So it seems to be that Jesus is not only saying that what was done in the Old Testament is okay, which I'm making more of an assumption there by him confirming the Old Testament.
When you say okay, though, what do you mean by do you mean? Yeah, I'm not tracking there. What do you mean, like Christ is saying it's okay?
Right, like when he sits there and says, "Hey, the law of the Torah, do not get rid of it." When he has the power to get rid of it if he so chose to. Well, I mean that kind of depends on your view. If you're a Trinity person, Utarian, whichever fucking one. I think either one. He still has the power to get rid of the law if he so chose to do so. By him confirming the Torah, it's kind of like saying, "Hey, this thing's okay, so I'm going to confirm it." It's kind of like if a mother went up to their child and said, "Hey, that slide over there, I confirm that it's okay. So you should go over there and play on that slide."
Yeah, I think that's a. Let me. Can we narrow it down a little more specifically? Because I think it's a little vague. Like, when you say okay, are you saying the stories contained within, or the laws, or both?
It's the laws. It's the laws that he's specifically
Oh,
focusing
okay.
on.
Well. All right. So we would say that so the certain aspects of the law inherently changed because he's a new high priest. So, for example, like the majority of Leviticus couldn't be fulfilled without a Levitical priesthood, but Christ instantiates a new priesthood. Therefore, there's new, let's say, prescriptions on how that Torah is followed now. So it's not that it's done away with, but it has been like fulfilled and brought in a new light, which is under Christ.
I mean, that's fair. You can make that argument, but Jesus just wouldn't seem to agree with you, right? Like, it just seems to be that he's saying that I'm here to fulfill. And what the fulfillment seems to be is until heaven and earth pass away. So, I mean, you
Yeah.
can bring up like the priesthood and everything. It just doesn't seem to matter that much when it comes to Jesus' own words. I mean, we really get the idea of a new covenant from Paul. I don't think you disagree with me on that, but it just doesn't seem to be
Well,
Jesus agrees with it.
I would disagree with that, but I would only say this statement where he said that was before he was granted all authority in heaven and earth. So it literally wasn't finished
He
yet,
holds
but it
his
was at the end of his ministry. Yeah.
So you'd be somebody who holds that Jesus had gained his divine power in a manner from the crucifixion, right? Like I've never
No,
really
I would
understood
say that he
position.
fulfilled his role. I wouldn't say that he gained divine power. No, that would be
Okay.
heretical. Yeah, yeah.
So did heaven and earth pass away, or what do you take
No,
that to be then? Because it
no.
seems to be there just being
So
more.
yeah, I got you. So heaven and earth didn't pass away. So the law is applicable. It's just how we relate to it is going to be different. And that's what he says at the beginning of Acts before he ascends, that he's going to send the Holy Spirit and it'll explain all things. And that's where we are today. Yeah.
So when you say relate, what exactly do you mean by that, right? Like, are you saying how we should look at the law, how we should use the law,
Yes.
or?
Yes. Exactly.
So would you say that there's some kind of like specified laws that are against? Because I just simply don't see anywhere in the text where it's kind of like, hey, don't do this law, don't do this law. So I mean, it seems like your idea here is a little bit of a jump, possibly,
I got
because
you.
I
Sure. I'll give you two things to ponder. The first is we believe that Christ predicted the destruction of the temple. The destruction of the temple inherently changes how we relate to the law. And then obviously the one I told you earlier about him being high priest, he's going to instantiate a different system. but it doesn't mean, again, it doesn't negate the law in any capacity we need it, right? Like, obviously Christians are bound to it. You made a good point earlier. You said, I came to fulfill it. Like, by that notion, we're bound to the Old Testament. You get what I mean? We can't just throw it away. We can't just, yeah. So every argument, let's say, that like evidence is saying, I have to defend. I can't just like special plead and be like, well, that's the old covenant. Like, I don't agree with that language.
Yeah, I was just making sure. That's why I wanted to go down this route. I wanted to make sure that wasn't coming through. Since you agree with what I'm saying, I'm fine with that.
Yeah. It's fine. Like, I understand what he's saying, and I gotta drop off because I gotta leave anyway. But I understand what he's saying. Like, he believes God's evil.
I'm saying it
because
is
of what he
evil
did
to
in the
kill
Old
babies.
Testament. Yeah. Obviously, we look at it differently, but I understand his point of view. I'm not gonna like dodge.
You understand
Like, I
how
get
it's
it.
good to kill babies? Is that what you just said?
No, like I said, it wouldn't be killing if God did it.
It's not killing to take the life of a baby.
Not if God does it.
How is it not killing for God to kill a baby?
He's just reclaiming what's already his.
Taking the life of a baby unjustly.
Well, you don't in Christianity. You don't really lose your life. You take a different nature. You don't
Buddy,
die
you haven't
when
even
you
proven
die.
that there's a soul. So what we know is in
I
accordance
mean,
with
yeah,
this.
we can get to that maybe another time. I can't right now.
He
but-
commanded that a sword be brought to the neck of children.
I mean, look, even if that was the case,
Not if. It's
Again,
1
you don't-
Samuel
you don't
15. Go
see-
read your Bible.
no, I know the text, but I'm saying I'm granting it for the sake of the conversation because I don't believe that's what's happening. But
Well,
let
it
me
is
explain.
literally word for word in 1 Samuel 15.
Okay, that's fine. Let's take it literally then. You're not losing your personhood when your physical body dies. That doesn't
Let's say
happen.
you have a soul and you go into heaven where it's all rainbows and kittens. He is allowing and commanding that these children go through the most excruciating pain imaginable. That's evil.
Yeah, I wouldn't you're presupposing that it's pointless though.
Did I say anything about pointlessness? I said it's evil
That's
to
what
allow and
seems to-
purposefully inflict extreme, excruciating pain to the point of death.
Yeah, but do you think it's senseless?
I don't give a fuck. You're taking the life of
Okay,
a
well
baby. You're defending
Okay.
taking babies' lives. I hope you know that. You sound like the most disgusting, egregious piece of shit.
I mean, I don't know the exact reason. I can only presume.
It's okay to
You're
take the life of
presuming
a
it's-
baby.
It's okay for God to,
Demonstrate that. How is it okay to take the life of a baby?
because he's not bound by the law. It's his creation. He can do as he dictates with it.
Incorrect. To kill is to sin. He cannot have sin in him or around him. Therefore, it is evil to kill.
Yeah,
And
for
not of
man
his
to.
nature. Nope, false. You're not listening. You're really bad at that. Have you ever been to a library before? You can go to them and get these free things called library cards and get these free things to read called books, and they educate you on how to think. So
I'll do
God
that.
said
I'm
that
gonna
it
go.
is
I'll
evil
go-
to
I'll
do
go
this
read, all right?
thing,
I'll
and
go
then he
read.
does
I'll
the
go read.
thing. There's no part of the Bible that says it is not evil when he kills. Oh, he ran. Fucking douche. Oh, yeah, he absolutely condones child abuse for sure, Blossom. That guy was absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, I just wanted to kind of see where his line of thought was, if he rejected the Old Testament or not.
He's
the moment
never
that I
thought a
did.
lot day in his life.
I'm too used to these conversations. Kind of got desensitized to it.
You only did that so that you could call him names because you knew he was leaving. Y'all are pathetic. No, what's pathetic is defending slaughtering babies. You're pathetic if you're defending that. And yes, if you think that it's okay to slaughter babies, I'm going to call you every name in the book because you deserve it. Awesome. Realize
No.
you're a bitch.
Yeah, it's disgusting on its own to even affirm the Old Testament. But I mean, even besides that point, it's disgusting to also defend the things within the Old Testament. So yes, imagine, right, if you really think that it oh man. Do you really think that if a pedophile was to walk up to you and said that I touched a child and you didn't insult them, you would call the person who insulted that pedophile right? I mean, wrong? Is that really what you would do? Realize? I don't think you would do that. Okay, I don't think anybody would do that, right, Cody? Nobody would have defended a pedophile.
I want this guy to come up here so I can call him more names. Keep hiding in chat. And
Yeah,
a cute
Dan,
face axonic.
I put the biblical text that you're referring to down in the comments. It's Isaiah 45:7. Oh,
I'm so
CT.
happy you're here, CT.
Did you see my new argument I sent over to you?
We've had this
sending
channel
them
for a little
arguments.
over an hour or a year, Ryan.
An hour, I was about to say. Holy shit. Also, I sent the same argument
We
over
heard.
to you.
I know.
Go look at it.
I already looked. I'm not reading it yet.
Read it.
I'm in the midst of streaming.
Okay, and you've read my arguments before. Go fucking read it.
I try and read chat whenever I don't have someone up here.
Cocksucker.
I don't read chat whenever I'm in the middle of a stream.
Well, it's just basic. It's
Hell yeah,
basically
Ryan.
just a
Agreed.
basic problem of evil.
Yeah, I
The
read
only
the first
difference.
sentence.
Yeah, the only difference is that I try within P5A and P5B to argue against two of the common responses, like free will and like soul building.
Yeah,
Those
there
are like
are
the
a lot
only
of religious
distinctions.
zealots. Yeah, we need to absolutely fucking obliterate indoctrination. And the amount of people I get up here that openly say God killing babies is perfectly good is disgusting.
Yeah. All right, there's 34 motherfuckers in here. What the fuck are these likes at? All right, you guys, we need to tap that motherfucking screen. And if you guys also want to mind, give Cody fucking something. TikTok takes away a lot of it, so I mean, hey, but money is money. And also share out the live, repost it, please do, so we can have more conversations.
On YouTube, if you guys are watching on YouTube and want to call in, there's a link pinned in the chat you can click on and we can chat that way. Or if you do have TikTok, you can open up the TikTok app and request up over on TikTok as well. So there's two ways for you to join.
The only thing with the YouTube chat to keep in mind, I won't be able to interact with you at all. It's just going to be one-on-one. So if that's what you're more focused on, no interruption, just you and him, then YouTube is probably going to be your best way to go.
This is Jaden Artemis.
I'm always fucking here. K-Mez and Your Live are like the only ones I'll go on panel for.
I've been seeing K-Miz a lot lately. They'll be cowards because then they can't hear me either if I come up. Dude, CT, I love when you argue these things because I actually, like, if I accepted your foundations, I would agree with you wholeheartedly. So I fucking love when you defend Christianity to these fucking Christians. What's up, Express? Yeah, no, I didn't start streaming until... Actually, no, yeah, I did. Yeah, no, I started streaming a year ago, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because we've been in the community about the same amount of time.
Yeah, probably. I started watching like deconstruction and whatnot 2 years ago. Kitty's laying in a bag.
Yeah, Artemis, I suggested that to him. You have to get a separate system from OBS to be able to do that. Like, you know, Justin does it. You need a whole different system. Last I heard is that Justin's working on a system for everybody to use for streaming. So whenever that comes out, or if Cody can find his own, that will work out. John, Godless also has one. So I don't know if you've ever DM'd him. But he can probably send over his, and you can do all that for the improvement of the stream.
Yeah, I haven't DM'd him yet. I'm a busy boy.
If you want, I can text him for you.
You're so hyper focused.
What do you mean?
It's just funny. A lot of blasphemers in this chat reject the false god Yahweh, And except Doug, he is the rock of ages, the foundation we all stand on. He is every temple, mosque, and church. Fucking amen. I told myself a couple years ago I was
Hold
getting
up.
bored of
What do you
counter
mean I'm hyper
apologetics
focused?
and wanted to. That right there is proof that you're hyper focused and wanted to stop interacting with it. Then the 2024 election just made me think, oh, this is still relevant. Yeah, sadly, it is still relevant. I was actually thinking about that the other day because, like, the last couple of months I've been getting super bored of God debates, but then I realized there's so many people we haven't talked to that even though it seems extremely repetitive to hear and destroy the same arguments over and over, it actually is needed.
Oh yeah, it's needed. Just boring.
Did I ever share the story on the argument between Greek and Russian churches on how to build it? On how to build the church?
But yeah, no, you never shared that story. CT. I'm gonna start calling you ET. Brings back memories. Artemis, not gonna lie, I almost had a jump scare when Jaden read my message.
The what? I'm sorry?
He's requesting. I'll let him up.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Faye's also in the viewers. Fayeborn, the fuck are you doing?
What's up, CT?
Yeah, so this was shared to me by a retired Byzantine priest. So just as a little bit of history, the Byzantine Rite is basically the Greek Orthodox Church in union with the Vatican. So they use the same language, same celebration of the Mass, and everything. But he was sharing with me that at one point in history, the Greek Orthodox Church and the Russia Orthodox Church were arguing on what the proper materials would be needed to use in order to build, the physical church that they would go in community with. And the Russian church was claiming that no, you need to use rocks because Christ built his church on Peter, the rock. So, out of respect for that, we ought to build our churches out of rock. And the Greek Orthodox are saying, no, we need to build it out of wood because our salvation comes from the wood of the cross. So because of that, because we are going to our place of salvation, we need to build our churches out of wood. And the retired priest told me, do you want to know what the real reason behind the whole argument was? There's no trees in Russia and there's no rocks in Greece.
Oh.
So once I heard that, I started looking at a lot of the different debates and arguments within the Catholic community per se, as far as like, oh, we need to use this particular thing. And like if you have a reason behind, hey, let's use trees because of XYZ, beyond just the practical, that's fine. I'm not trying to dissuade that. But recognize that sometimes there is a practical reason behind the way the rituals occurred before the actual ritualistic reason, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
But once he pointed that out, it was so funny. It was just like, huh.
Yeah. It's actually really funny because, like, even in, like, witchcraft, right, I kind of run into that problem a whole lot, which is why I practice chaos witchcraft, because I'm colorblind, right? And there's so much symbology with color when it comes to witchcraft that I'm incapable of
Colorblind.
doing it correctly. So, because it's like certain colors affect, the psychology of a person in certain ways.
I want to know, do you always see your teeth as yellow?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Oof.
I didn't brush my teeth
Oof.
growing up as a kid. It's sad. I
Well,
still
yeah,
got
'cause
my
you already
enamel,
see
but
him. Because you already see him as yellow. So shit.
now I will say that they're not actually this yellow. This is I have a warm light on me.
Yeah, no. I
Like
wasn't
my
calling your
skin
teeth
isn't even
ugly.
this
Like I wasn't calling your teeth yellow. I just wanted to ask that as a
they are
genuine
actually yellow though. They're not that bad. They're not that fucking bad, but
Well, I mean, they're
bad.
naturally yellow, right? Like,
Yeah, I
a
mean,
lot of
normal people's
people.
teeth are naturally yellow. Enamel is what causes the clear color, though.
Also, CT, I've been meaning to ask you this. Are you a faith only or faith by works?
Lots of
Well,
history
faith and
in
works.
that question. So in actuality, both the solo fide and faith and works, they're actually stressing the same thing when you really get down into the nitty gritty of it. Um, because the well versed Protestant who says sola fide, they will say that, well, no, if you have faith, it's going to inspire you to do good works. You're going to see, the fruits of the faith. You can't just be someone who says, yeah, I have faith, and then go and be Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah.
Which, when you look at what, and then when the church talks about, faith and works, that's what she's saying. And if you look at, I believe it's the Council of Trent, I even brought this up when I was on Justin's live a few months ago. The Council of Trent states that we cannot merit salvation, which is how, unfortunately, a lot of people who talk about faith and works think it is, that we earn our way into heaven. When no, we're saying that no, like, we have faith that inspires works, and the works open us up to be able to receive more graces, which then inspire more work. So it becomes a benevolent cycle. And when you really get down to it, that's what both are talking about. So like when you really get down to, especially like high Protestantism, we in the church agree, or they in the church agree more than we disagree. Um, and the whole reason for the Protestant Reformation had more to do with Germanic and European kings wanting a reason to just break away from the Holy Roman Empire and be their own sovereign nation. But how do you tell your citizens who are devout Catholics that they need to break away from the governmental system sponsored by the Roman Catholic Church without making yourself be a bad guy? Well, you vilify the Roman Catholic Church by pointing out how they're not the real Church of Christ. We're going to be the real Church of Christ, so follow our government and state-based religion. And when Martin Luther came in and, started pushing back against a practice that the church herself disagreed with, that was being done by, some of the priests within the area, because his 95 thesis was actually approved by his bishop. And it's my understanding that his bishop did not leave for the
Right.
Protestant Reformation. But there wasn't anything controversial in the 95 thesis in and of themselves. But that act inspired kings to take, hey, see, there's corruption in the church. The church is no longer the true Church of Christ. We got to make the real Church of Christ. And they use that as the whole Protestant Reformation was more political than it was theological.
So I normally ask that question to my Christian friends and believers and everything because of the fact that like when it comes to faith and works, I get worrisome because I don't think I have a full understanding of what it really means. But the best that I've understood it is kind of like if it's the case that you can have faith in works and works are just like I don't even know how works is kind of like treated um but it kind of seems to be if you're wanting to say faith in works, it sounds to be that I could go and commit a crime, like murder somebody, and then if I work or do a good act afterwards, I'll be okay. Or like it seems weird to me. And then faith
So,
alone seems to also have I also take an issue with because that just seems to be I could do anything I want as long as I have faith I'm okay. And that's like a
what,
really like basic understanding.
Well,
yeah,
Paul answered that.
what you're describing is closer to the quote unquote loophole of confession. and not necessarily the faith and works. And it also comes into how, like, what your understanding of justice is. Um, Thomas Aquinas, and thus most of Catholic theology, holds to. I don't think one
Endeavor. Christmas
necessarily.
is a pagan holiday called Yule.
Um, the what is it? So Thomas Aquinas holds to what's, I think it's restorative justice is the terminology of it, where it's when someone does a wrong thing, a crime, sin, like whatever it is, like when someone does something wrong, um, society themselves or their relationship with others, like whatever that wrong harmed, is now in disorder. And so justice is about restoring it back into order. Um, and so the someone who goes out and does a sin, when they go to confession, the penance, or what's called the temporal punishment after the sin is forgiven, is meant to be us attempting to restore what we had caused harm. It's more like, it's kind of like when a child breaks a vase. Let's say the child doesn't want to clean up the mess and pay back for the vase. The act of making them do that will feel like a punishment for the child, but they're still restoring it. But if the child is actually upset and sorry for it, they're going to want to do that. And then to even take it another step further, let's say the child breaks the neighbor's window, but instead of the child paying the neighbor back or doing some labor to provide monetary compensation, like instead of the neighbor spending money on mowing their grass, the child mows the grass to replace the lost window. But instead of the child doing that, the parents pay for the lost window, and now that relationship is once again restored. So justice has been satisfied. So this seems to answer a lot of things, and so I myself hold to restorative justice. I haven't seen a whole lot of issues that restorative justice.
It's. I think I would, so that I can get a better grasp of what you're saying, because it sounds to be that you're kind of saying, well, if that child was to break that window and they were really, really, really sorry about it, then they can be reformed from that because their emotions and how they're actually reacting to it is in kind of like a repentful nature. So it kind of like makes me want to ask, if we took that on a higher scale and we say that this child murdered another child, does that mean that if they feel really, really bad and kind of repentful for it, that therefore they're okay in that act? You know what I mean? Like I don't want to straw man you there, but
It's not that they would be okay in the act, but they would do everything in their power to do what's necessary to make right from their act. There is a scene in C.S. Lewis's The Great Divorce where this man, who claimed to be a good Christian, but he was kind of like a tyrannical boss man, business leader, worked his employees to the bone, etc., is approaching, trying to make his way to heaven, and meets one of his employees who murdered another employee in a rage. And the murderer is already in heaven. And the boss man is like, no, this can't be right. This can't be right. And the murderer is trying to explain to him, no, like, when I saw my victim, I made my peace with him, and I did everything I needed to make it right to him in the afterlife. However, that was a rage, a thing of passion. I murdered you. You're the one I wronged more because I murdered you every night for 10 years in my heart. And, just talking about the hatred and evil things he desired to do upon this individual. And he literally says, I need to make this right to you. I will serve you for your happiness in eternity to make this right. All because of his repentance. So true repentance isn't about trying to get out of the punishment, isn't about trying to get out of the wrong that you had done. It's about making right the wrong that you have done.
Okay. Would you say that there's? So this is gonna be a quick question because I have to get going. Would you
None
say
of them
there's
are
an
quick.
extent? Well, yeah, he has long responses. But would you say that there's a extent to this, right? Like if we were to look at somebody like fucking Jeffrey Dahmer, would you say that at that point there is no level of forgiveness for that person?
No, because anyone can truly repent,
Yeah.
and if they truly repent, he's going to do everything he can to make up for it.
And the
Punishment
grace,
comes
therefore, is
when
full.
there is, yeah,
Okay.
the punishment comes about when the repentance isn't there. But if someone
Right.
really and truly repents, they're not going to shy away from
I
the
see, yeah.
retribution or the consequences or the fact that they have to make amends. They're going to embrace it.
Fuck. I have one more question. I'll ask it another day.
Jesus Christ.
It came to my head. I'll ask it another day. I'm gonna head on out. Just also a suggestion. You might want to do a restart. And then like try and get people tapping immediately for engagement. 'Cause that's what, like, the views are still good. It's just it's dropped down because of the lack of engagement.
Mm-hmm. Hola, Papi Ravis.
Or you just keep me up here and Raw Soul or another angry
Someone
person
will
will come
appear.
up to yell at me.
Yeah. Ravis. Ravis. Ravis.
Is that Bayborn's name?
Mm-hmm. Ravis. Ravis.
Yo, sorry about that.
Hola, Benito
I was
Papi.
Sorry, I'm chasing my children around. They're being monsters now.
Fair enough.
Oh. Well, I have. I don't know if I told you yet. One of my.
You have a third leg.
Yeah, I've seen yours, so you know. Anyways, on to more pressing issues. No.
Oh my God, I have beer. I'll be right back.
Oh shit. Sorry about that. When he gets back, I will tell the chat the good news. Archie, don't take my pillow.
I'm so sorry. I totally forgot that I had these.
No, you're perfectly fine. No, so one
I
of
know
my
I'm perfectly fine.
True. One of my interns actually made a important discovery about Homo florensis.
I swear to God, if you say some sort of new virus, I'm gonna fucking find you.
No, well, so they are in college entirely for basically ontology, whatever it's called, archaeological ontology or whatever they call it.
What the fuck?
The archaeological study of bones.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I'm probably saying that entirely wrong. But she actually made a super interesting observation when we were in one of the other labs, because we got to go to one of our neighbor labs to look at some new fossils and stuff that they had and some of their old fossils, so that we could, listen, I'm not a complete asshole. I like doing little field trips for my interns, because interns are basically just students that
unpaid students.
Our interns are paid. They're paid pretty well too.
Damn.
Our interns make about $25 an hour.
Damn.
Yeah. But anyways,
Are they only Princeton graduates?
No. Anyone who is currently in either the field or a related field to one of the fields that our lab works in can go there.
Damn, dude. Damn. 25 as an intern.
Yeah. They make
Jesus
pretty good money.
Christ.
No, they max out at 6 hours a day though. So like, don't get me wrong.
Oh,
they
boo
can't-
fucking who? They're still making what, $200?
Yeah, well, yeah, somewhere in that range. But she actually noticed that there is
120.
something akin to something like that. I don't know. I can't remember. I'm bad at fast
Nobody fuck with my math skills.
math. But she discovered through just first observation that it appears that there is classic signs of homo. The way we gnaw on bones and stuff was on the bones that she observed, and she was able to basically talk to the people who were at that lab and stuff, and she may have discovered a form of auto cannibalism in Homo florensis, like a discovery that she has only made.
That's pretty fucking badass. That's terrifying. That's badass.
Yeah, I saw it, and I'm like, I don't see it, and she's like, no, look. And I'm like, I'm so sorry, I still don't see it.
Yeah.
If it's not under a microscope, I can't see it. I don't know what you're talking about.
Dude, you're such an old fuck. I say that with love to all of my old watchers. I love you guys, okay? Fuck.
Phil Boney. I like Phil Boney.
Phil
I'm gonna
Boney
call
is
her
funny.
Phil Boney.
That is awesome. That's metal. God, I love you. What's up, both?
Yeah. Her goal in the field is to specialize in cannibalism across different species. So this is a big discovery.
Cannibalism is very interesting to me. I feel like how do I say this without sounding like a psychopath? I feel like I would have expected us to be natural cannibals in regards to like, well, I guess yeah. Natural cannibals in regards to like how all animals in the kingdom work, but we are kind of different there.
Yeah.
Kind of
And then
interesting.
Catholicism came along and brought it back in.
Oh, that's awesome. I was actually thinking about that today. I was on my drive today this morning while working. I was thinking about my childhood and just the creepy ass shit that I did because I was Messianic Jew, right? So we did all Jewish festivities like bar mitzvahs, etc., communion, and my favorite time every year was the what's it called? CT, you're gonna know what I'm talking about. We'd get together and we sing a bunch of Jewish hymns, and we have matzah and it's like a potato dumpling thing, and like all these Jewish soups and foods and stuff.
So there's only two festivities that I know of.
Yom
and
Kippur.
that's- Okay, I would not have known that because I was going to say it's the Passover, which is now the Seder meal. Because
Passover as
of
well.
And then Hanukkah. Those are the only two that
Well,
I
we did Hanukkah and Christmas, which was very fucking odd. Lots and lots of money spent, just saying. Good God, was that expensive as fuck. Dude, I remember like we would do gifts every single night, and my broke ass would like stress fucking hardcore every fucking day. I'd be like, I have no gifts. Here's a hug, bro. I bless you in the name of Jesus.
It's like that Doctor Who episode. I give you the breath of air from my lungs.
Yeah, dude. But I miss the Jewish festivities that we would do. Oh my God, they were amazing. Having like massive amounts of people, like every single person that came to the church, right, during all these festivities would bring their entire fucking family, and then their family would bring all of their family and ancestors' foods. So we'd have like the majority of people that came around were from Africa, Israel, mainly Africa and Israel, actually. But just amazing food. Oh my God, amazing food. And a lot of dancing. Fun fact, I never saw my dad get drunk until I was of age to drink. First time I ever saw him drink.
Sounds like a good role model.
Extremely impressive, because I was the youngest. I never saw him ever have any type of alcohol, except for obviously we would drink wine, right? But yeah, and I remember like I was at I was 20, like 2 or 3 at a wedding, and he was drinking with me, and I was like, "What the fuck? Why are you drinking with me, you fucking heretic?" And he was like, "Dude, when did I ever say the Bible says it's bad to drink?" And I'm like, "Good fucking point."
Yeah, I mean, like, if you can't drink while you're reading the Bible, like, you can't really get through the Bible.
That's fucking valid. Nah, he was a good man. I still miss him to this day. I don't have a relationship with him just because of how fucked up it was. Like, realizing how fucking indoctrinated I was, and like, oh my god, lots of bad stuff there. But him as a person and like my memory of him, I miss. Do you still fast? Oh my god, no. Fuck that shit. Good god.
I find myself still fasting sometimes as a comfort thing. I know that sounds crazy, but sometimes I do it. Like, I'll be like, I don't need to eat today, and it's just a comfort thing.
Well, there's
But,
a
like,
difference in that, but like I would fast every month.
yeah. I mean, I'm a Catholic heretic, so
You know what? None of you guys are the originals. I was the only original, you fucking non-Jewish folk.
calling yourself the original while you were following Jesus.
Pause.
behavior.
Pause. Jewish.
Jewish Jesus, yes.
Jesus was a Jew, motherfucker.
You're not wrong.
Oh!
You're not wrong, but I don't like it. You're not wrong, but I don't like the fact that you're right. Well, it's not that I don't like that he's Jewish. It's that, like, I misspoke, and so therefore I'm right because I say I'm right.
Yeah, there you go. Amen, sister. If trivialism is true, you are correct. Trivialism is true, you're correct.
Yeah. I define right as being anything that I say.
I like that a lot. Dude, I love those jokes so much because it's like actually what Phil Bros do. Like they actually redefine shit.
Yeah. I mean, fucking, and then they'll like, when you try to like fix a definition, they'll be like, well, that's gonna be semantics. And you're like,
yeah, no shit.
Did I ever tell you about how I had a Phil Bro on my life once, and he asked me for my definition of time, and I forget exactly how I gave it, but it, in regards to like the measurement and not like the y coordinate or whatever, how like some people try to scientifically define it.
Sure.
And I think that's what he was expecting, because he did the thing of like, oh, that's secular because you got time and time. And I'm like, no, I'm referring to it like how I would talk about like physicality is, or like, about how physicality measures the, the X, Y, Z axis. And what's funny is when I asked him, all right, fine, what's your definition of time? He said exactly what I had said originally.
Yep, they have a literal script that they read and they don't know how to get off of it. It's fucking ridiculous.
well, and the thing is that oftentimes they have a script that they haven't read, right? And they're
that's true too.
reading it with you,
right?
And so like that's how stuff like that happens. What'll occur is it'll be like, okay, so I wouldn't define it like that, and here's why, and then they'll give you the same definition right back, and then you're like, that's exactly what I just said, and then they'll stare at you and be like,
It's crazy because like I use scripts too. Like I've got Jaden's script for atrocities in the Bible. I think I use Sober's script still. CT's sent me some things that I hold. Like I read so many scripts, but I've actually fucking read them.
Well, I was going to say there's a difference between a script, a flow chart, and bullet points.
You fucking nerd.
I mean, he's not wrong.
I know he's not wrong, but I don't like that he's not wrong.
So, I've given you, like, I think the closest thing to a script I sent you was, like, you had asked me for Thomas Aquinas's argument that my thing was inspired on.
Yeah. You sent me that.
Dude, that's a whole book, not a script.
You've sent me, dude. Your material is dense. Reading you is like reading Spinoza.
Well, I tell, like, people say, oh, I want to read Aquinas. What should I read? It's like, no, don't Don't do that. Read Plato first.
Get used to the
then-
fucking jargon.
Then read Aristotle, and then read the Summa with a commentary.
I still have not read any of them.
But like, because you're right. It like, especially when you get into like Thomas Aquinas, it is extremely dense. And he's speaking a language that, like,
Yeah.
yes, he wrote in Latin, but
Yeah.
he's almost speaking in a philosophical language that no longer exists anymore as well.
Yep. Yeah. Heavy on the jargon and metaphors.
I mean,
Well, because also keep in mind, especially for the Summa, that wasn't an introductory book.
Oh,
That wasn't
really?
an intro to no. So the way that the school systems worked, the universities worked back then, was you had to get, before you even got into theology, you had to get 4 years. So your bachelor's in philosophy.
Oh shit.
Then you would get your PhD or master's or like whatever the next 4 years would be. And that would be in theology.
Damn, that's smart.
And the Summa Theologica was written as a course book or a guidebook for those students. So like when he's talking about like the 5 ways, even if you want to claim that they're supposed to be used to argue for the existence of God even for a non-believer, he's referencing 5 philosophical arguments that these students already would have been familiar with because they just took 4 years of philosophy. So he's giving a summary of those 5 arguments. He's not going in depth. So of course there's going to be flaws. Of course there's going to be weak points, so to speak, because he's not presenting it to opposition. He's pointing it to, oh yeah, you remember the argument by Anselm where he talks about that which, and just making a brief reference to it, and then he moves on.
Yeah. What do you think of your genuine thoughts as your still Christian self? Ooh.
I didn't even.
What
I
do
don't
you
even
think
know what
about
that is.
witchcraft? Bible Guy
that was, like,
Raiders,
one of-
please remember to hit the like button. Bible Guy
That was
ended?
one of the. I think that was one of the very first things you and I talked about when I first
Yeah,
came
I don't.
up.
You didn't say anything about it being spiritual. I don't remember.
I think there's definitely aspects that people need to be careful with in regards to it because I obviously do believe in a spiritual realm. But there's I have faith and hope in the protection and mercy of God. The ones that so there's that aspect. And then the other is, I believe it was Saint Augustine. I don't know if it's attributed to him or if he directly said it. But he once said, "Why should we have fear of witches where they have no power?" Or something along those lines. And if you look at like a lot of the witch burnings, contrary to popular belief, they didn't occur by the Catholic Church. A lot of the organized witch burnings were done by Protestant communities. Now, you did have, I think there was like early Christianity, like I think it might have even been pre-St. Augustine. You did have a group of Catholics burn or execute a woman for being a mathematician, and I think they were accusing her of witchcraft, but that was like a mob and not necessarily an organized hunt orchestrated by the organization. Still a horrible atrocity, don't get me wrong.
Well, hey, I've got
but
a caller over on YouTube. I'm gonna let chat real quick. He will not be able to hear you guys.
Yeah, I'll mute up and keep playing Assassin's Creed while he's doing that.
Bet. Joel, you are unmuted. What is up?
Check 1, 2. You like my alias?
Your alias? Yeah, you're you watch quite often, right?
Say it again.
Do you usually come in as not Joel?
Every time.
That's about what I thought. You're friendly, aren't you?
No. I was just browsing through my shorts and your live came up, so
Okay, bet. Yeah. What do you think about our prompt?
with the prompt.
Yeah.
All right, bet. I can't see it, so it's still God is evil, right?
Yeah.
All righty. So how about we start with an example? That way we can find common ground and maybe deconstruct from there. What would you consider to be evil?
Sure. 1 Peter 15.
And what does it say?
That's the oh shit, I didn't mean to get rid of that. 1 sec, I'm gonna get it brought back up. Yep. Now go and attack Amalek and utterly destroy all that they have. Do not spare them, but kill both man and woman, child and infant. I believe it is purely evil to kill babies.
Okay. And you have no double standards that you withhold that belief to. That
Oh, I
can
have
be
a million double
consistently applied.
standards. I'm just saying that God is evil.
Well, then the double standard of, do you think a double standard is a disqualifier for a
Nope.
claim? Like, why?
Me being
So-
evil still does not say that God is not also evil. You want to call me
Is
evil?
it
Go for it. I have double standards. Bet. God does. God is evil. We're not talking about me. We're talking about God.
Well, you're the one making the claim, though.
Yeah, God
and
is evil.
I
He
have
killed
to-
babies. It's evil.
I have to ground that.
Well, you're about to
in-
bring up the abortion argument, correct?
Well, I have to ground that in the person, and yeah, obviously, that's the easiest
Right, yeah.
counter.
A fetus is a parasite, not a human being.
So, but you would grant that under my worldview, which does.
I can grant it under your worldview.
Okay, great. Well, I just want to make sure that you see that I don't have a double.
Sure,
double
according to
standard
you, I
before
kill
bring-
babies. According to me, I don't kill babies. And according to both of us, your God kills babies. So I don't give a fuck about me. I don't give a fuck about you. I'm saying God is evil. So the pivot doesn't work.
Well, it's not a pivot. You're the one.
It's
making
absolutely a
the
pivot. You just
claim.
pivoted from God is evil to I am evil. I can have a
No,
double
it's not.
standard. God can't.
Wait. How can you have the double standard?
Because
and
I'm
yet
not God.
Me.
Oh, am I God?
No, I'm asking.
Am I
you
God?
If you, no, you're not.
Am I all good?
Do you claim to be?
Let's say I do claim to be. I'm all good. Is that true?
I would say it's not.
Okay, right. So don't
Obviously.
ask stupid questions. So am I all loving?
Do you have? Oh,
Am
so,
I all
okay.
loving?
So you want to go? Do you want to go into the hypocrisy?
Right. So God claims to be all
Does it
good and
make-
all loving. God is actually evil. He killed babies. You and I both agree that killing babies is evil, though we have different means for when a baby is considered a baby. In accordance with the Bible, these were actual infants. They were birthed babies. They were out of the womb. They were not zygotes. They were
Sure.
babies outside of the womb, and your God killed them. So
is it the passage that makes God evil, or is it the hypocrisy that makes him evil?
not hypocrisy. God killed babies.
No. Okay. So then it's the actual action that you believe is evil.
Sure. God killed babies. Did he not?
Okay. Yeah, I think there's a strong argument for the ordering of the
Yeah, sure.
Amalekites,
Let me read this real quick.
all that. For
Yeah,
sure.
no, go and attack Amalek and utterly destroy all they have. Do not spare them, but kill both man and woman, child and infant, ox and sheep, camel and donkey.
Right.
Yeah, so
So-
God said go kill babies.
So, yeah, and I'm trying to engage with where you consider this to be evil, and yet the double standard.
Oh, you think it's
is
okay to kill
that-
babies?
What's that?
You think it's okay to kill babies? We could talk about that if you want to.
You're talking about my standard?
Yeah, I'm asking you. Do you think it's okay to kill babies?
Oh, well, there's another double standard, because why is it that you get to claim to me? Because aren't we not talking about me? We're talking about God.
Oh, sure. If you want to consider that a double standard, but you were just saying that you were going to defend it. So God killed babies. Me and you both
No,
agree
I'm
that killing
saying
babies
you
is evil,
are
correct?
relentlessly using double standards.
Sure. Did
This
God
is-
kill
this is-
babies?
you're granting that you use a double standard while
Sure,
still
whatever
trying
helps
to
you sleep at
withhold.
night. Did God kill babies?
No. What I'm
Notice
trying
how he
to
can't answer a
address.
simple yes or no question, guys. Did God kill babies?
I already granted the Amalekites. Yeah, I already granted that.
Okay, so God killed babies. Is killing people wrong?
Murder is wrong.
Well, the second commandment says killing is wrong, but I'll let you have that one anyways. Is
Because
killing
you know it's right.
babies wrong? It's
I'll
not.
let you have it because I know it's right.
No, the second commandment says killing. So, are babies capable of sin?
No.
Correct. So it would be an unjust killing in the first place because they have not done anything to justify them having their life taken away. They are not full of sin. They're actually sinless. Therefore, it is unjust to harm them or punish them because they have not done anything punishable. So, did God kill babies?
Wait, you're saying that due
These are
to
God's
their
standards, bud.
innocence, well, hold on. First of all, how can I even engage with you, who is the double standardist? You can't even consistently.
You're the only one
apply your
talking
own-
about double standards, buddy. So did God kill babies?
Yeah,
Yes or no?
because
I'm gonna keep
you-
going. So did God
How
kill
many
babies?
times
Yes
do
or
I
no?
have to answer your question?
Well, you
and
keep
then
trying to
revert
pivot,
back
and I
to
keep
my
bringing you
argument?
back.
I'm not
I don't allow
pivoting. It's an
pivoting.
actual
So did God
argument.
kill
It's an
babies?
actual argument. Did you want to engage with my argument?
Did your God kill babies? Yes or no?
Do you want to rewind the clip and see that I already granted you the Amalekites?
I know you did. I'm wanting you to say it again. I'm bringing you back so you don't.
It's a non sequitur.
Define non sequitur, buddy.
You really okay? A non sequitur means it doesn't follow. So,
Oh, good boy. All right, so your
Amalekites-
God killed babies, correct?
What's that?
Your God killed babies, correct?
Yeah, he ordered in the Old Testament.
Yeah, he commanded to kill babies.
he or-
Therefore, he is the cause of the death of babies. Therefore, he killed babies, correct?
Yeah, you're tracking.
Okay, is killing babies good?
In a general sense, I would say no.
Okay, now make it make sense that killing babies is good. Go ahead. Thousands of people are watching you defend killing babies. Go ahead.
Wait, thousands of people. You make it make sense.
Yeah, make it make
how
sense
is
that it's
you-
Nope,
Go ahead.
shifting the burden
Go ahead.
does not work on me. It is your job to make it make sense that killing a baby is okay.
It's you mean from the Second Peter standpoint,
First Peter, yes.
or First Peter?
And bringing up the Amalekites 400 years prior does not equate to that baby having sinned. Therefore, they are not punishable. Therefore, it is unjust killing. There's one argument that I accept for this that I guarantee you're not going to give. You're just going to keep pussyfooting around. So make it make sense that killing babies is good.
Okay, well, see how bad faith you are.
I know you are, but what am I? So make it make sense that killing babies is good.
No, you don't want to engage at all. What's like
You
how
keep
about
pivoting. I'm
you-
sorry that you're getting butthurt from me keeping you on track. So make it make sense that killing
Brother, I
babies is
can't-
good.
No, no, you're the one who's not being.
I'm
on
sorry
track
that you're getting
with the
upset and
amount-
dodging. Make it make sense that
I'm
killing
not
babies
upset,
is
bro.
good. I've asked
I
you
wanted
this
to be
30
able to
times.
engage
Go
in
ahead.
good faith.
Well, then be good faith and answer the question instead of pivoting. So make it make sense that killing babies is good. Go ahead.
Make it make sense. Repeat the question.
Killing babies is good. Defend your position.
In that instance is what you're referring to, right?
Oh, there's many more, but sure, in that instance, go for it. Defend killing babies.
I think the general theological explanation
Mhm.
has to do with
The Amalekites.
right, the Amalekites.
Yep.
and-
How long
and
ago?
How long ago? From when? From the time of it was written?
When did the Amalekites commit the atrocities?
From are you asking based off of relative
Your
to the time that it was
argument
written?
is nope. Your argument is that previously Amalekites did bad. When did they do bad?
No, I haven't even asserted that. I'm asking you to
Okay,
tell
stop
me
asking me.
if I'm
Stop
defending.
pivoting.
If I'm
Stop pivoting.
I'm literally
Stop
not-
burden shifting.
Dude,
Answer the questions. First,
The-
are you talking about the Amalekites previously and the evil that they did? Yes or no? Because that's where it sounded like you were going. You said yes when I asked that.
no, I was at. You're confusing. I am asking if you are referring to
Burden shifting
the
doesn't matter.
Amalekites.
You just need to answer the question.
Dude, You're so
Stop
fallacious.
asking me questions. Just answer the question I've already asked you.
You're extremely fallacious.
Stop
and a double
pivoting. Stop
standardist.
pivoting. Stop pivoting.
It's not a pivot.
Stop pivoting.
I'm asking
defend
for
God
clarifying.
killing baby being good. We're gonna
Am
go
I
back.
allowed to
Yeah, we're
clarify?
gonna go back to the top since you are incapable of giving an answer. So go on ahead.
Okay, so I'm allowed to clarify what it is that
I
you
will
mean by
allow
your
it.
question, right? You will allow it. All right, so your question is make it make sense. God kills babies, right? Did I get kicked?
Hmm?
Oh, sorry, I can't see you. So if you're nodding, I can't see you. That's the question that I'm engaging with, right? Trying to engage with.
That it is good to kill babies, correct?
Okay, I see. And you're bringing this up via the example of First Peter, which is referring to the Amalekites, right?
1 Samuel for the 4th time.
Oh, I thought you said First Peter. I mean, I knew that
did
it
say
took
1
place
Peter
in the
by
Old
accident,
Testament,
by
but
the
I
way.
thought your scripture exactly was First Peter. Was it not First Peter?
CT, are you saying that I said 1 Peter at some point?
Yes, at the very
Oh.
beginning, you accidentally
I'm pretty
wrote.
sure you
I,
did.
My
I was
apologies.
confused.
First
too.
Peter. It's 1 Peter
That's all right.
15. The actual verse where he does the killing is 1 Peter 15:13. Let me double check myself.
First Peter would be the New Testament. You might be thinking of First Peter where it says that.
I mean,
Not
regardless.
Peter.
it is a
I'm not
reference.
saying Peter. God damn it. 1 Samuel
Yeah.
15.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Right.
1
yeah,
Samuel. 1 Samuel 15. Yeah, that's on me. So, in my opinion, and I can defend it, in my subjective opinion, it is evil, disgusting, amoral to kill babies. As a matter of fact, I'm a vegan. I think it's amoral to kill any animal that has sentience. But I believe it is amoral to kill babies. I could provide an argument for that. Every Christian says it's amoral as well. Yet, in 1 Samuel 15, God kills babies. And that is evil in accordance with the second commandment.
And when you say evil, what's your broad definition?
Holy, disgusting, wrong, amoral.
According to who?
The study of ethics and philosophy for the last couple thousand years.
Okay.
Well, what do you think that morals are, bud?
What's that?
What do you think morals are?
Morals are laws generated by
No.
a creator. Yeah, they are.
Nope. The definition of morals is going to be
demonstrate that?
principles dictating right from wrong in societies and cultures. And this is found through the study of ethics, which is a philosophical acquired.
See how you tried to sneak that in, though? We both agree on the strict definition. However, we disagree on its origins, which is
Well, I
going
don't
to
believe your God
dramatically-
exists, so why the fuck should I believe that a God said
Well,
what
why
a
the
moral
fuck
is?
should I believe that? See, now you're
Well, you know
reapplying the
dictionaries
double
exist,
standard
buddy.
argument.
Stop with the double standard.
hold
Pathetic.
on.
Stop crying. Stop
No,
crying.
you-
Stop crying. Here, I'm gonna mute you for a second. The double standard crying bullshit is really just boring. Like, this is all you sound like. So here's the thing. I'm trying to grant you this, and I'm trying to say defend your case. I have one Christian that has ever given me a good argument for this. One. I'm not going to give you the argument. I want you to defend fucking killing babies. You have refused for 15 minutes to provide any argument for it. You keep running down semantics. You keep saying I have double standards. You're crying like a fucking bitch. Shut the fuck up. Answer the question. Defend your position. Or get the fuck out of my live. You are unmuted. Answer the question or fuck off.
Accusing me of crying while you.
I said answer the question or fuck off. So since you were incapable of answering the question, I helped you fuck off. CT, I like your argument for this, and it is a good argument. Loser, if you are still listening, go look up Catholic_thinker on YouTube. He is a true Christian that actually does know how to read the Bible. Read his arguments. Listen to his arguments.
I don't think I have that one posted.
You'll get there one day. I believe in you.
But what, just two things that you might want, to think on. Like, you can keep using the Amalekite example, but one that might make your point a little bit stronger, because they could probably, like, there's like, have you heard like some of the defenses of like the Crusades of like, well, the Pope called for a good thing, like trying to defend and save the Christians that were being persecuted by the invading Islamic army, and then the kings and soldiers just went out of control and basically
Sure.
disobeyed the code. Yeah. While I haven't heard it, I can imagine someone might try to make that argument because, like, quote unquote, active wars.
Sure.
Um,
Yeah, I've heard that one. Yeah.
Use the 10th plague, because
Which one is that?
that's the death of the firstborns.
Oh, well, I feel like they could use the same argument there though, because
No, because, well, as far as like, oh, well, it was just humans doing what humans do, and you know, it doesn't quite work with a strict reading of the text, but I don't know, like, because even then, it's just another example to be aware of. I
Sure.
guess I could say, like,
I'll DM you about
It-
that when the stream's over. Get some more thoughts on it. Ladies and gentlemen that are arguing about the abortion argument, first and foremost, I am completely ignorant on the in-depth biologies of this. So here is the only thing I can say. A, I'm a dude. It's not my body. B, I do not believe anything is conscious until it is alive with a fully formed brain. So, C, the majority of all abortions we have seen save lives. 45,000 women every year, about on average. This is Pew. I would never call it murder to save a life, first and foremost. If I was married with a pregnant wife, I would save my wife before I would save the child. I can always make more child. Second of all, the fetus is not a baby. Biologically, it is not a baby. If you want to consider it as a potential life, we can have that argument. But that argument alone, is you conceding that it is not a current baby. It looks like a fucking tadpole alien and is quite literally has all the characteristics that of a parasite. It takes away needed nutrition from the mother. It is quite literally killing the mother. The mother has to rest more. The mother has to eat more. The mother has to do so many more things. It fucks with the mother psychologically. It fucks with the mother emotionally. It fucks with the mother physically. It is so hard on women. It hurts women. It is a parasite. And that is the only thing I will see it as. Because there is no justification otherwise.
Obviously, you and I disagree on that, but
sure,
the
and I figured we would.
Yeah, but the whole thing is like, that's irrelevant to the argument that you're making. Whether or not you're being a hypocrite in your worldview is irrelevant.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to come up with him too. It's like, yeah, let's say I hold every double standard on planet Earth. God said X, God did Y.
So, what might help is just straight up ask him, can God be a hypocrite?
That's a good question too. I tried to go down that, but he pivoted.
They're going to want to say no. Now, at that point, they'll say, well, just, and again, this is me trying to steelman the route that they might take. Well, just like you can say that women have a good reason to have an abortion, God must have had a good reason for the death of these children. And then you just straight up ask them, what's that reason?
Sure. Subject, but you approach it rationally. Every subject I talk about is touchy. Shrimplet, what is up?
Yo, what's up? It's me at 6-3. I lost a very bad bet. And I had to change my mind.
That's awesome. right.
Well,
How long have
I
you
keep
been
getting
vegan?
called
Very
shrimpy.
fresh. I had a debate with a creator here on TikTok that goes by the name of Fuck. Oh, what's her name? Let me look it up real quick. Ah, shit.
Lentil.
I really want to give her a shout out because she's actually really awesome.
What, the lentil lover?
I think it might be veggies. No, it's not veggies. Damn it. Is it veggies? Damn it. Well, I'll find that and tomorrow shout her out. But I went on to a vegan panel and I debated her on life and sentience and that of the morality of eating animals. And she cooked my ass. And as you guys know, facts don't give a fuck about feelings. If I'm fucking wrong, I'm fucking wrong. So I immediately went, double checked all of her research, could not find anything that said that she was false. So I granted everything she said was true in accordance with the research and the sources and the studies, specifically from World Health and Harvard. And so that was probably like 6-7 months ago.
Grown man, by the way.
I'm a grown man. An almost 30-year-old man, by the way.
Oh, God. Catholic, would you love to hear my maximally great abortion argument?
Oh, my God.
I'm being
try to,
serious.
I try to stay away from abortion conversations until I know that the person knows where I'm coming from and what I am, because I understand that this is a very controversial subject, and I do want to treat
God, I love
people with.
controversy. I don't want to be part of the problem. I want to be the whole fucking problem.
But I want to, treat people with respect and dignity.
Fuck that shit.
Bro, fuck that. Listen. I'll run the argument and then I'll explain why God is evil. Because there's a restriction within the Bible. So
Jews can have abortions.
Oh God, wait, let me just pull up the this is just gonna take like 1 second. Hold up. I need to get
Uno.
Do you want it like
tres,
in
cuatro.
informal form or do you want it in like a syllogism? Because I'm pulling up the syllogism right now.
Fucking nerd.
Whatever's comfortable for you.
Yeah. Okay, I'm pulling up the syllogism. Hold up. Okay.
I don't keep my mouth shut, Big Daddy. I piss everyone off.
By the way, actually, real quick, guys, I did see someone in the
Victoria?
chat say that I had a shitty take on abortion. I actually convinced an atheist that abortion is worse under naturalism than it is under Christianity. Like, it's if to have a consistent worldview, if you accept. So it's not that I have a shitty take. It's just because of how controversial and how highly emotionally charged it is. I want people to know who I am and where I'm coming from. So that way they actually hear me and where I'm coming from, as opposed to just responding to the emotion.
Is that the song artist?
I agree with I agree with that. I think if Christians abort, it's the maximally great to do, and here's why. Premise one: if a maximally great look. Premise one: if a maximally great being exists, then that being always wills for the best possible outcome for every human. Premise two: if heaven is the best possible outcome for every human, then actions that intentionally and certainly bring out about heaven realize that best possible outcome. Premise three: abortion of an unborn fetus intentionally and certainly brings out that fetus entering heaven. Therefore, abortion realizes the best possible outcome for that fetus. Premise five: if an action realizes the best possible outcome in accordance with the will of a maximally great being, then that action is morally justified. 6. Therefore, abortion is morally justified. Essentially, what this argument is saying is God wills the best possible outcome for us. He loves us. He wants us to join us in heaven. A fetus is sinless before it's born into the world. If we abort this fetus, right, we remove it from sin, it will automatically go to heaven because this is the best possible outcome that God would want, right? Therefore, if we abort every single fetus, all fetuses, it is the maximally great thing to do because all of them go to heaven. Do you agree?
There's two problems with that argument. One, you
Sure.
are not taking into account. So first off, you are correct that actual sin, like someone actually committing a sin, is what causes someone to go to hell.
Yeah.
However, we are born in a state of original sin. Now, original sin is not what sends someone to hell. We see this in the dogma. So this is there's some confusion on it. This people have to accept the dogma of limbo of the fathers, which is the state that Abraham, Moses, Elijah, all those who would have gone to heaven, but died before the cross, resided in until Jesus died on the cross and opened the gates of heaven. Well, why couldn't they enter heaven? It's because of the stain of original sin. Original sin is what kept them out of heaven. It doesn't send them to hell, but it keeps them out of heaven.
Purgatory.
So
Yeah.
that's
But
not purgatory. Purgatory is for those who will be going to heaven. It is the way that to understand purgatory
well, they went to
is,
heaven after, right? So they were in purgatory.
no, not according to the Catholic Church. According to the Catholic Church, they were in limbo, and purgatory is a part of heaven. So they weren't even in purgatory.
Okay, sure, I'll grant that. But still,
so pulling from that, you have Saint Augustine, who recognizes the need of baptism, the washing away of original sin, in order to enter heaven. But he also recognized that just by having original sin doesn't mean that one goes to hell. And so he comes up with this theological theory called limbo of the infants, which is a state of natural happiness. It's not perfect ultimate happiness, which is what you were talking about, but a state of natural happiness that those who die with no actual sin while being unbaptized reside. So
sure,
that would be
so I'll
that's
grant that for the sake of the argumentation, right? Baptism is involved. But we just take the easy way out and just abort the fucking fetus, right? Like all fetuses, and all of them just go to heaven because they aren't born yet. So
that
they aren't born
contradicts the
into
very thing
original.
that
Yeah, but
contradicts the
they're
very
on.
thing you just granted.
If they're not born, right? They're not born into original sin. They don't
Yes,
even
they
have to
are.
be baptized. And
Original sin, according to the Catholic Church, starts at the moment of conception. So
at the
while they're
moment,
in the womb,
yeah,
yeah.
I don't grant that. Yeah, I don't grant that.
Well, that you're arguing against a Christian and trying to say
The
within the Christian worldview
Yeah.
this follows. So you have to grant that.
Yeah, the Bible says otherwise, right? You know the inheritance of sin from your previous
That's
parents and stuff like that.
that's
Right?
not what that's not what one
Do
that's not what original sin is.
Excess. Have you discussed with CT before?
Catholic or what? No.
Catholic thinker.
Yeah, he's not your typical Christian. He's before you make an argument on under an assumption of Catholicism or Christianity, I earnestly beg of you to ask his biblical interpretation first. He does not hold to typical interpretations.
Sure. The issue with some of the interpretations or the justifications of the church fathers is they're edging the scripture, like literally jerking around the bush.
It doesn't matter here's the thing. Here's the problem. It doesn't matter if the church fathers
I'm not day
are
drinking.
wrong in their
It is 5 p.m., motherfuckers.
Well, it's not like whether or not the church fathers are correct or wrong in their interpretation of the scriptures is irrelevant. The fact of the matter is that I hold to and follow those interpretations and that tradition, and you're trying to argue that interpretation and that tradition and saying that within that interpretation and tradition, these follow.
Sure.
So
So fetuses don't go to heaven. Is that what you're saying?
that is a theological hypothesis that the church has not condemned, but it is open. So that's the first thing, is we don't know, which leads into the
Okay.
second. That leads into the second problem. Do you know what the sin of presumption is?
Sin of presumption. You can familiarize it with me, but I just have a quick question. Do you think that a woman having a miscarriage, right? Does that fetus go to heaven or hell in like
That's what
contrast
Saint
to a fetus being intentionally aborted?
that's what Saint Augustine was saying. Both fetuses would go to limbo, according to Saint Augustine.
I
So
think
that's so you said you granted that, but I don't think you were listening to what I was saying.
Both
The second,
fetuses would go to limbo? Why?
yes,
They're sinless.
well, they aren't. So
What
the
if the
thing is,
woman is baptized?
it doesn't matter.
It's important to note that Catholics don't hold the sola scriptura. You're probably used to arguing with people who hold the sola scriptura. When you're specifically discussing with a Catholic, there's going to be church traditions in which aren't in the Bible. And yes, you could say that yes, the only universally true thing about all Catholics is that they don't follow the Bible, right? That's a silly. It's that's going to be the thing that you could say, but when you break it down, right, they don't hold to this, and so you can't argue that position with them. You know?
Because we
Not
do believe.
necessarily. I
Yes.
can just contend with his worldview.
So now it's not an internal critique, which was the argument you were trying to make, but an external one.
Yeah. Now your argument isn't an argument against,
CT's argument is pretty fucking sound. The only thing that we're going to have arguments against CT with, just knowing you, SX, knowing Ravis, knowing myself, and knowing CT as little as I do, it's going to be a semantical argument over what is life, when does life start. And I personally, when it comes to this argument, and I think that this is an objective fact, women have free autonomy, even in accordance to the Bible, to do whatever the fuck they want. They can do whatever they want, self-unalive. They shouldn't. No human being would exist without women. There's only women and women's children. So whether or not this fetus has a life or not, I personally don't give a fuck, because the woman is still alive and the woman is the one that is capable of producing.
Yeah. I mean, when it breaks down, you either have to give up your argument in order to. So your argument requires you to argue for his position. So you either have to give up your argument and then argue against his position, and that's an entirely different argument.
Yeah, CT's is a semantic.
It's not even semantic. It's not even semantic. It's more of he forgot to account for the possibility of limbo in there. And then let's say, because I understand that his next point is going to be something similar along the lines of like, well, why would a good God allow a child born in miscarriage to not go to heaven? Because wouldn't God desire all to go to heaven? I mean, if that's not the route that you want to go, then that's the strongest route you could take. But okay.
Nope. So the route that I want to
Have a good one,
take
Issa.
would be much more extreme. Why don't we just give birth to babies, baptize them, and then unalive them before they turn I think it's 18 weeks is when they gain like some sentience.
So that leads into the second problem that I was going to get into, because even though you went more extreme, it's the same point.
No, it doesn't correlate to limbo. It just gets rid.
No. No. That's what I'm saying is that's what I said. Even if limbo is not the case, because as a Catholic, I can reject limbo. I'm just saying your argument, first off, in order to be as solid as possible, has to account for the possibility of limbo. And then my second point was,
see, the possibility of limbo just isn't that demonstrated in the Bible, though, right? Like, can you explain it to me? It
doesn't
does
matter,
though, right? Because the church just presupposes this is in fact the true, and this is instantiated. You need to justify why this is sound, right? Like as an atheist, I can just hold to like, I don't know, there is no limbo, and if you're gonna do an internal critique on me or some shit, right? Say I'm a Christian, right? Like I'll just say everyone goes to limbo.
To what I'm saying.
So God is all just, or some shit like that.
Yeah, you're not listening to what I'm saying. I said a theological hypothesis. A theological hypothesis within the Catholic Church is a position that the Church has neither confirmed nor denied but has permitted the faithful to hold. So I, as a Catholic, can hold to limbo of the infants, and I, as a Catholic, can deny limbo of the infants and still be in good faith. You asked about where is it in the Bible. Limbo of the infants is just the extension of the bosom of Abraham, which is renamed as limbo of the fathers. So it is just the continuation of that. Now,
Sure.
I was saying,
Grant.
I was saying
Oh,
there were two problems with your argument. That was just the first one. You need to account for that possibility, because if you speak to a Catholic that does hold to that, it falls flat right out the gate.
how so? Right? Because sure, I can say they go to limbo, right? But then they
Which is
just
not the
exist.
perfect ultimate good.
But God would want the most perfect, the most
That's
ultimate good for them.
why doing the abortion for one who holds to limbo of the infants doesn't work, because you're now acting against what God desires.
Against what God desires. What does God
Hmm.
desire?
You said the perfect ultimate good. Limbo is not the perfect ultimate good, and therefore, if abortion does send a fetus to limbo instead of heaven, it defeats the argument.
So by limbo existing, you're essentially granting that there's a state of affairs where people aren't alive and God doesn't wish the ultimate good on them. He's unsure where to put them.
It's not a state of unsure, like being unsure. It's that they don't, like,
What is it?
according to the view, in order to enter heaven, you need God's salvific grace. The way we receive that is through baptism. If you don't have God's salvific grace, you cannot enter heaven. I would greatly recommend reading C.S. Lewis's The Great Divorce. I love the way he describes it, but the way that he talks about the people walking their way into heaven is far more real than we are. So it would, when you are more real than a hologram. So you're able to pass your hands through and you're passing right through that hologram, because heaven is more real than these individuals. The grass that they're walking on is passing right through their feet to the point where it's painful. So their journey towards heaven is them trying to become more real. But the way that they get more real is by bringing in and accepting God's grace into them to make them more real. Now, that's his symbolism to describe that. That's not what I literally think, but that's the analogy / symbolism to understand what I'm getting at as to why baptism is viewed as necessary. The
Okay,
second,
I understand what you're saying. Like, okay, we've strayed away from an internal critique at this point. We're down to
this is all
semantics. That's cool.
internal. This is all
Well,
internal.
yeah. Like you're giving your internalist take of your worldview. I'm essentially like doing like an external position now. So let me ask, why should I grant this worldview? Is it coherent?
Yes,
Why?
because according to the teachings of the Catholic Church, what is necessary to enter heaven is baptism. What is necessary
Okay,
to enter
can
hell, is to die in a state of unrepented mortal sin. A baby that is not baptized or a fetus that is aborted doesn't match either of those criteria. Ergo, limbo.
sure, I'll grant
That's
that.
pretty good.
Right, like yeah, okay. In what state of affairs, right, is the Catholic Church infallible?
What the fuck? Wait, CT, do you even hold to that?
To hold to limbo of the infants being
So
an
I'm
infallible
doing no,
dogma?
no,
No.
I'm
I never
so
said,
it's
I
like
specifically said limbo of the infants is a possibility within
it's
church
a
dogma.
possibility. Yeah, like
Yeah,
you can accept it or reject it.
or deny
I'm
it. So
just
therefore, it's
I'm
not
just
under
essentially
the.
asking why you hold to this, right? Like why does
I
the
don't
church
hold
like
to this. I don't hold to this, and the church doesn't have a position on it. All I'm saying is that if you want to have this argument work, here are two problems with it. The first is it's not going to work for someone that does hold to limbo at the infants.
Well, I would just ask them to justify why they hold to limbo,
And I
why
gave
limbo
you the
exists, and
and I
how does it
gave you
demonstrate.
and I
Yeah,
gave you the justification.
you just kind of explained that, like, oh, like a fetus has some inherited sin, and that's not what God
With
desires, right? So
yeah,
kind
and
of
these
just
are
goes
all
to this.
statements, within the worldview that do come from dogma. It is dogma that you have to be baptized in order to enter heaven. It is dogma that dying in a state of unrepentant mortal sin sends you to hell. And it is dogma that everyone is conceived in a state
I
of
feel like
original sin. Those are
So,
all based on dogma.
so everyone is a sin since conception. So, sorry, a sinner since conception.
Everyone, no, not so. There's a difference between origin. That's why I made the distinction between original sin and actual sin. Everyone is born in a state of original sin, but that doesn't mean that everyone is a sinner. You are a sinner when you commit a sin, but everyone is born without grace. That lack of grace is what we call original sin.
What are you guys even debating right now?
Abortion.
He's trying to do
Just
the
fanatics.
classic. He's trying to do the classic argument of it. It follows necessarily from the Christian worldview that everyone should be not just pro-abortion but maximally for abortion, to the point of aborting everyone in order for them to go to heaven.
Which, I mean, I agree
And
with that.
and I was showing how I brought up how limbo is a defeater to the argument, and
I
then I was getting into the second step where, let's say, limbo is not on the table, and asked if you understood or knew what the sin of presumption was.
sin of presumption. Nope.
Okay, the sin of presumption is when you say, oh, God promised X, so I'm going to take advantage of X and do this dangerous thing to take advantage of God. So
Wait.
if
Huh?
God
How?
said, hey, if you die without, so like in your example, if you die as a child through no fault of your own,
Okay.
and you died before the age of reason, so you didn't commit any sin, even if you weren't baptized, you still get to go into heaven. And we then take advantage of that. That's the sin of presumption.
Sure, and then aborting is maximally great.
No, it would still be evil because now it's a different kind of sin.
How is it a different kind of sin? It's not
Because
controllable
now,
for the child, for the fetus to get aborted.
because
That's going to be the parents' fault, so they would go to
it,
hell.
and now, but which is against God's desire. Your whole argument is about everyone going. Now the parents are going to be going to hell.
No, so not about everyone. No, it's about
Then
fetuses.
that contradicts your earlier point about what God desiring of maximally great. That has to be universalized.
Okay, so just I'll give the first version of the argument, which just kind of has like two conclusions, right? So P1, if God is perfectly good, then God wills the best possible outcome for every human. Sure.
Yep,
Okay.
and so that's why
Yeah, yeah,
it doesn't work, because of the sin of presumption.
yeah. Yeah. Hold up. P2, heaven is the best possible ultimate state for every human. P3, innocent unborn children who die necessarily attain heaven. If intentionally causing the best possible ultimate state for someone accords with God's will, then intentionally causing that state is morally permissible. We're essentially just granting God's wish, right? So he wants every human to be in this state with him. So we, by aborting babies, we give that to him. We give him the people, right? He wants people to join him. So we give that to him. That's morally permissible. We're doing something in grace of God. We're doing something in virtue of what God wants. God wants us to love him. God wants us to be with him. We are giving him these like children, right?
Hey, CT, which kind of Catholic are you?
Roman Catholic.
Not normal, are you?
So I mean, I like that. That's a loaded question. So
Yeah, it was a
I
question
am
on YouTube.
I am an extremely well versed in Catholic dogma, tradition, and especially scholastic classical theism. Most people do not that you're going to meet, especially on these lives, do not have the same level of understanding and education that I have. Sad to say, even not all, and in fact, the education has gotten better for them, but I know more
You're
than some
the
priests.
deconstruction Justin of Catholics.
I'm the evil Justin.
The evil Justin. I like that.
But but um but yeah, so like what I'm saying is in line with Catholicism, and like so the question of like normal Catholic, do you mean like am I like most Catholics you're going to meet? No, I am not. But if you mean am I a Catholic that is in line and following the teachings and traditions of the Catholic Church? Yes.
CT, did you read this YouTube comment?
So the only time that there was anyone who was burned at the stake for that was Bruno, who, interestingly enough, is often accused of um, being executed for holding the Copernicus model, or not the Copernicus, yeah, the Copernicus model, and supporting heliocentrism. No. So the thing with Bruno is, yes, among other things, he did deny the real presence of the Eucharist, but I think he also denied the divinity of Christ. But so he was first excommunicated from the church, left the church, joined the Lutheran Church, then got kicked out of and all of these are for his religious views. Got kicked out for his religious views on from the Lutheran Church, joined the Church of England, got kicked out of the Church of England, and then finally rejoined the Catholic Church. And that was and at that point, uh, I think the Inquisition was still going on, and it was the King of France, I want to say. I forget which king it was, but it was either the King of France or the King of Spain. But I want to say the King of France, who decided on the execution of Bruno. A lot of people think that the Inquisition was where the church was in charge of the executions. No, the Inquisitions were those who think of it almost like the police force. They would then go present their findings to the king, and the king was the one to decide on what the punishment should be for the crime. On the rare situations where the king put that authority to the church basically just told the people, stop doing this and go do your thing.
So many your mom jokes. Get that coffee right now, Mod. Add a little bit of can't think of the word.
What did I even
Baileys.
say that started the yo mama jokes?
That seems misogynistic, J Mike. Why are you implying that you're a king of a mother? So what, like you rule and dominate another woman?
Consensually.
Mike, J. Mike, you can be the king of me. Oh.
Oh,
Oh, wait.
Felix. Felix, why are you requesting on YouTube if you're on TikTok? Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, you're on TikTok, aren't you?
No, I'm a ninja.
Bro, what?
What?
Wait, is it just me or like I
Just
heard
shut the
something?
fuck up. They can't hear
No,
us.
I don't think so. I'm not sure.
Okay. Yeah. Did you have something to chat about with the prompt?
Did I have to what?
I'm sorry?
I'm sorry. Let me turn this off because there's an echo. Yes, about God's existence, I have an argument.
Oh, sure. Yeah, what is it?
Am I talking to you right now, live?
Are you talking to me right now? Yes.
Okay, it's simple. It's if you exist right now, something has always existed, and that is God.
No.
That's the argument.
Do you happen to know what the first law of thermodynamics is?
Yes,
What is it?
that a closed system.
Nope.
Go ahead, tell me.
Energy can't be created. If energy can't be created and it does exist, it's always existed. So, I mean, if you want to worship energy, go for it, but that's not an entity that created anything. Energy can't be created.
No, because it must be personal to always exist.
That's what the fuck?
Because he must have the omni properties in order to sustain his own existence, the necessary always exist in nature. And energy doesn't have that.
What is this slurring
You
going on?
you
I'm
just
so
made
sorry.
that up on the fly. You literally no science or the Bible agrees with you on that.
About the sustenance of God? His self sustenance?
Brother, what you just said, that it must be personal for it to have always existed. That just happens to
Yes,
be an attribute of God.
yes, because personhood is necessary to sustain his existence because
No, it's
it
not.
must have knowledge. It must have knowledge to know how
Knowledge
to
is
do
gained
it.
through experience. Experience is gained through time, and experiencing said time through causal relation.
No, because you agree something always existed.
Yeah,
And
energy can't be created, therefore it's always existed. There you go.
Okay, so how it sustains its existence?
Because it can't be created or destroyed.
No,
It's the
what's the
first law of
mechanism?
thermodynamics. The
But
law
what's
of
the
the
mechanism?
mechanism is through conservation of energy.
And how does that work?
Buddy, I don't know. Prove to me that energy can be created and was created by a fairy.
No, I just proved to you that something always existed. It must
No,
be
you didn't.
personal.
You just claimed it. What we do
That
know that has been proven is through conservation of energy that it can't be created or destroyed. This is the first
so
law
you
of
don't
thermodynamics.
so you don't agree that something must have always existed?
Dude, holy shit. Can you pay attention to what I just said? Energy can't be created or destroyed. Energy exists, therefore it's always existed. Yes, I believe something has always existed. The universe has always existed.
Okay, but it must be personal to
According to
sustain
who?
these.
According to who? Who said that? Who proved that?
According to reality.
Oh yeah?
Because
Demonstrate that.
it,
Demonstrate it.
it must be all knowledgeable,
Demonstrate that.
all
Nope,
powerful.
those are claims. You're making this up based on your opinion. Prove it.
I'm explaining.
Prove it.
I'm explaining.
No, you're not. You're making claims. You said it must be. That's not an explanation. That's a claim.
Because those things are necessary to sustain existence.
Nope, that's another claim. Energy cannot be created. Therefore, it's always existed. Energy is not personal. There you go. You're wrong.
But you don't explain it like I do. I give a whole.
You made claims. You're correct. I'm not a lying piece of shit. You're correct. When I don't know something, unlike you, I state that I don't know it. Would you like to demonstrate that your God exists now?
I told you that something.
No, you made claims.
It's either nothing always existed or something always existed.
That is called a false dichotomy. Have you ever heard of logic?
If nothing always existed, there will be.
How many
nothing
drinks have you
right
had,
now.
Felix?
Do you
Let me
agree with
ask him
that?
what I mean, he's for sure
If
a drinks,
nothing
but
would,
can we ask him what
would
the laws of
always
logic are by
existed,
chance?
nothing at all.
Hey, Felix,
Nothing would
I have a
exist right
question.
now.
Oh, I agree with you. Hey, Felix, I have a question.
Go ahead.
Yeah, what are the laws of logic?
You mean the three basic laws?
What are the laws of logic? The three laws, yes.
Okay, identity, contradiction, and excluded middle.
What was the first one you said? You know what? I'm going to grant you it, even though I didn't hear it.
Identity.
Cool. All right, have you been drinking today?
No, sir. I don't
Okay,
drink.
wonderful. Do you know what a logical fallacy is?
Yes, sir.
Do you know what begging the question is?
How old are you, by the way? Can I ask you that?
Old enough to be smarter than you. Do you know what begging the question is?
I don't think you're smarter than me.
Well, you just used a logical fallacy. Do you know what begging the question is?
I know what begging the question is.
Define it.
When something is assuming the premise, the conclusion is assuming the premise.
Yeah, you're good. Okay, so by you claiming that it must be personal and then proving it must be personal, proving the claim by saying again it wouldn't exist without the claim is begging the question. You have not proved shit. But what I do know for the first law of thermodynamics, that energy cannot be created or destroyed, is proven through the external of its own argument self of the evidence of the second law, which is the law of conservation of energy, is that the total energy does not go up or down.
And by omnipower, it's also proven in my point. I
Dude,
don't have to beg the question.
Omni is just something made up. Just like a unicorn is just made up.
No, it's not. Are you saying it's not possible for a being?
Dude, it is possible for Hogwarts to be true. I don't give a fuck about possibility. I care about reality.
And reality is that something always existed.
Correct. Energy. Good boy. You're paying attention.
No, God, a personal
That's
being.
a claim, but I do know, without claiming, but I do know based on evidence and justified thereof, is the first law of thermodynamics, that energy cannot be created. Energy exists. Therefore, if it can't be created and does exist, it has always existed because it can't be created, but it already does exist. Therefore, it's existed for an eternity. So, would you like to back up your claim with actual external of itself evidence, or do you want to keep on being logically fallacious and then talk about my age again?
So are you saying energy is a brute fact?
I don't fucking know. We could learn new things, dude. Science doesn't go by 100% certainty.
Technically, yes. Energy.
So how does energy knows how to sustain itself?
It can't be created or destroyed. It doesn't know anything, but it's incapable of being created or destroyed. All things that we see are emergent properties from energy. Matter emerges from energy. Energy always existed in some sort of a state, and through different state changes, it was capable of expanding into what we call our known universe.
If it doesn't know anything,
dude, stop trying to apply intelligence to energy. Why does energy have to have a brain in order to be energy?
It needs to know how to exist.
No, it doesn't.
What to create,
it doesn't.
When to create.
Energy doesn't create, dumb nut. Energy doesn't create.
Causes.
Energy doesn't create.
Causes. He knows how to
You're
do
unmuted,
that.
nobody.
Are you nobody?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're audible.
Felix, do you remember me? Do you remember talking to me for like 12 hours?
Are you
over
nobody?
The last, week? I'm nobody. I'm here now.
Of course I remember you.
I've talked to you about this for like 12 hours, bro. Why are you doing
Not
this
about
to
this.
multiple? Why are you doing this to multiple people on the internet? I'm telling you, the argument doesn't go through.
This is a different argument.
What's the? Oh my god! Is it the one that you removed Born from for Arpy last night?
Yes.
That's the same argument, Felix.
No, it's not.
You removed a couple words from one premise, and it's still just as silly.
Okay, strawman my two arguments. I mean, steelman.
I haven't heard this one. I was told about it last night.
Exactly. And
I think this one is if you exist right now, then something that has always existed is required. Is it something like that?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Stop
and
doing
you
it.
exist, and you exist, therefore something that has always existed is required.
And I'm telling you that you need to have a supplementary argument for the conditional relation between one thing existing right now, that entailing that there has always been something that has existed.
Because there are two options.
Give another argument. No, I don't want two options. Give another argument for premise one.
This is the argument.
No, an argument doesn't say there are two options.
Yes, why not?
Start a new argument.
What are the criteria for an argument?
I would say that this is exactly what Jimmy Snow told you on the line. You need to turn premise 1 into a conclusion, and now at least have 2 premises that lead to its guaranteed truth.
I'm gonna do it Socratically because I cannot put in a syllogism right now.
Well, you've had like a week now, dude. I've been telling you this for like a week. Why did you not make a new argument?
Why do you need a syllogism? Can I explain it to you?
No, because we've been through this for like 10 hours straight,
Can
Felix.
I just
And you
explain
keep doing this to multiple people on the internet, and there's like probably at least 24 people in Cody's audience right now that watched you talk to me, that watched you talk to Justin, that watched you talk to Jimmy Snow. We've all
So
heard this
what?
over and over, and you keep not learning that the argument doesn't work. It doesn't go through until you have an argument for the conditional relationship in premise 1.
I've never made these arguments, so you are talking out of your ass.
No, what I'm telling you is your argument is
Wrong.
nearly identical to the prior one. You
No,
still
it's
need
not.
yes,
No,
you
it's
still
not.
need you still need an argument for premise 1.
Okay, but you don't let me say it.
You're not going to get okay, fine. Give me the blab. What are you going to say about premise 1?
Okay, if nothing always was the case, nothing would exist right now. But something exists right now. You. Therefore, something always existed.
You just
Energy.
restated premise 1.
You don't understand what I just said?
You just restated premise 1.
No, I didn't.
With
Yes,
different
you did.
words, yes, you did.
It's the
I
same
did not.
conditional, Cody. See what he does?
Jesus Christ.
The
Okay,
no, you didn't was so
Felix,
sweet.
Felix, I can
Did I
grant
say
this
nothing?
if
Did I say nothing in premise 1?
Felix, first and
Answer me.
foremost, it's not even a true dichotomy. First and foremost.
It is.
Second of all, energy can't be created or destroyed. So therefore it's always existed. So your conditional works for energy and not a personal God as well.
No, it must be personal because how I explained to you already. It must be all knowledgeable,
Why?
all powerful.
Why?
Because it must be able to sustain its own existence.
Pause.
And it must be all benevolent. And it must be all present in all places at the same time.
Pause.
To sustain.
I can destroy the first thing you said, that it must be able to sustain its own existence. Okay. Let's say energy could be destroyed, but it can't be created and it does exist. Energy could therefore, based on the way that it works, we know that it's able to change states and emerge other properties through chemical reactions and natural reactions. It could create other things that could continue creating through natural emergence before it dies
How?
off. Therefore, it wouldn't
How?
even need to sustain its own life. This is just a defeater hypothetical for your hypothetical, dude.
No, how energy causes things to exist.
Emergent property.
So it always created, it always
Buddy, listen.
caused things
Buddy,
to
listen.
exist.
I'm going to teach you something real quick.
It's automatic.
Listen, I'm going to teach you something real quick. It's okay. It's okay. Don't crash out yet. I can still get quite a few more views out of you.
doesn't
Pause,
have a
pause, pause.
will.
It's okay. It's okay. Don't crash out. Don't crash out. I can still get some views out of you. And this is a good teaching lesson for everyone. So, first and foremost, is a spring, a piece of metal, and a wood anything on its own?
What do you mean anything on its own?
Okay.
It's something.
Let me rephrase it. Is a spring, wood, and metal a rat trap?
Not necessarily.
Correct. But I can put them together, correct, and make a rat trap, right?
Yes, but you need a will
Right, so
to
pause.
do that. You need personality.
Pause. It's a hypothetical. Don't crash out, old man. Don't crash out. Don't crash out. It's okay. It's okay. I'll hold your hand through all this. The rhetorical backshots are going to be okay. It's okay. So that's going to be an emergent property. The rat trap emerging from these parts being put together. So you don't necessarily need some intelligence to do that. Chemical reactions. Chemical reactions. Chemical. Pause. It's okay. I'm teaching you. It's okay. I'm holding your hand. Chemical react. I'm teaching you. It's okay. It's okay. You'll learn. It's okay. I know you didn't go to school. It's okay. It's okay. I know the library near your street is free, by the way. So, chemical reactions don't need intelligence behind them. They can happen naturally. Now, as people, we can interfere and cause
That's a
them to happen.
claim.
But
That's a
chemicals can
claim.
have their own reactions without
That's
us.
a claim.
So what I
all he-
said is a
This is all he
claim.
does, dude.
But what he
Support
said
that claim.
is not a claim. Oh, that's good. So you want me to support my claims, correct?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Can you support your claim that there must be an intelligent mind behind something eternal?
Well, just
Of
support your
course,
claim
I
by
just
restating
did.
your claim.
You don't
All you gotta
accept
do,
it.
Cody, is
Oh,
support
that's
your
so
claim by
true.
restating it.
Yeah, so what I said is that chemical reactions don't necessarily need a mind behind them.
That's a claim.
Yeah, and I just explained the claim by saying the claim again, which is what you've been doing this entire fucking time.
So because I do it, you do it?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You
It's
set
it's
the
called an
dialectical
internal
norm.
critique.
So do you think that's an honest way to debate?
Oh, absolutely not. I'm being an asshole because you're a dumbass asshole.
I am?
Yeah, I'm
Hey,
not
you
Jimmy
gotta
Snow.
remember,
I'm
the
not
thing for this
Justin.
one-
I'm an asshole. I'm not them. This isn't the line. This is evidence first. I don't give a fuck about your feelings. I only care about facts. If you're going to cry like a fucking bitch, awesome. Sweet. I don't give a shit. Provide facts or fuck off.
I'm telling you,
You're saying a lot of
you
shit.
always-
I'm telling you. I am telling you that a chemical reaction can happen naturally without an intelligent mind behind it.
How?
By then a chemical reaction happening without an intelligent mind being behind it.
How?
Because a chemical reaction can happen without an intelligent mind behind it. See how fucking annoying that is? And how
That's
stupid
not
it
what
is?
I do.
See how annoying
That's
it
not-
is when you repeatedly say the same stupid
That's
shit
not what
over
I
and
do at
over?
all.
See how annoying logical fallacies are? You see how annoying that is? So what I want you to do is demonstrate how something eternal must be intelligent. Demonstrate how energy, which cannot be created or destroyed, is intelligent. Go ahead.
Because he must have knowledge.
You just
power.
inputted. You did that. That's begging the question. You just first of all, you just said he. What the fuck part of energy, a photon, is a he? What part of radiation has a penis?
I'm not talking about a penis. I'm talking
Well,
about
yeah, I'm talking about energy. Radiation is a form of energy. Would you go on ahead and describe which part of radiation has a penis?
Have you ever seen energy?
Yeah. You're looking at it right fucking now, dude. I have photons bouncing off of my face.
I don't believe in material reality. There's
I don't
no
believe in
evidence of it.
stupid arguments. So where do we go from here?
Yeah, after a certain number of times being cornered, he's gonna say that he doesn't believe in material reality.
All right,
That's-
so you have yourself the day you deserve, you piece of shit. Adios. Thank you, nobody. I didn't realize that this guy was a common loser.
He's just been doing this for weeks. It's like, and I've talked to him over and over, and he showed up. I was driving home last night, and he showed up to the panel that I'm a part of at night, and he talked to RP and Gretchen, and they had a rule that he had to put out or make a new argument, and all he did was remove being born, and that was because it used to say if you were born or began to exist, then something eternal has or is required or something like that.
So this guy just like popped up out of nowhere calling the line and Justin and everyone and
He did it to Justin and then us and then the line and then actually two different people on the line, and he just
Cool.
does the same thing every time.
I've made it.
Yeah, you're officially
Yeah.
being harassed by the same people as the line. Yeah.
That's funny as fuck. That's so sad, honestly.
That's great. Usually we get
He
low
won't
tiers
listen
like
to me at all,
Russell.
dude. I keep telling him I'm trying to help him and that no one will ever accept premise one, but he just won't listen. He just thinks he told me I'm a pseudo intellectual for some reason,
Ooh.
and he told me I'm an idiot and I'm lying or something. I can't.
God,
remember,
we're
but
such idiots.
I
We're so
talked to him for like
stupid.
I talked to him for 6 hours straight, dude.
That's
And then
crazy.
eventually I crashed out and I started calling him an idiot.
You crashed out
Yeah, right.
and you didn't record it.
It's up there somewhere. I can find it.
Oh, you better find that and send it to me.
All right, well, I'm gonna drop down. I need
Yep.
some water.
Deuces.
Continue.
Love nobody for
I
that.
gotta
So
find-
this guy was just getting tossed around the community, I guess.
Yep. Fucking ladies back.
Yo, Woden. Aw, everyone get some W's in for Woden being a member for a full month.
Hell yeah, brother. WW. Yeah, I mean, like at least like, you know, sure we got the lowest tier of the lines arguments, but we're going somewhere. You know, we didn't get Russell for the 30th time. Like hell yeah,
He's in chat.
I know he is.
He wanted fucking
You know-
SXV wants to debate him, so
I have a new perspective on Russell. I actually think, because I've had a decent conversation with him, I think he's a pretty decent guy. I think the problem is logic gets in his way, and he listens to Phil Bros too much.
I mean,
Did you not see him and me debate
No.
after Ian's?
no. Wait, are you
I
serious?
would love to see that. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. So this was after Ian and Russell's debate on Monkey Boy's Discord and live stream. And at the end of it, Russell was inviting the audience to come up, basically saying any low tier atheists want to disprove my argument. And I came up and
Yeah, you can request up Russell.
Showed him that the argument.
Oh shit, Oddmod, hell yeah. You just got a fucking
would-
membership from Woden. That's awesome. Everyone W's to Woden.
I thought it was Wooden. Is it Wooden or Woden?
Woden.
There's only one O.
So we've got a caller on YouTube and we have Russell. I'm gonna get the YouTube first, just because I know that you guys are gonna discuss with Russell for a good half an hour. So I'm gonna get YouTube up first. Yeah. Russell, come back up and like, well, we can let Russell up and just keep him muted.
If it's like that, Felix, dude, just end it. I'd much rather hear Catholic and Russell go at it.
That is valid as fuck. All right, Valena, you are unmuted. Am I saying your name correctly? I cannot hear you, Valena. Oh, this is the same person. I'm sorry, I'm laughing. You are unmuted, Valena. You are able to talk right now.
Hello?
Yep, there you are. Hello, how are you doing today?
No, yeah, I'm good.
Wonderful, wonderful. Which did you want to talk about? Did you want to talk about the existence of God or God being evil?
Hello?
Hello. Hello, hello, hello.
I'm going to talk about the energy, as you said. So it's like, because, hello, is it working?
There might be a delay. Tell me when you hear this and this.
I don't think she can hear you at all.
It's okay. So I was going to
really
talk
not
about
okay.
the cells, because I am biochemist. So
There's like a 15-second delay going on right here. Do you happen to have TikTok by chance?
yeah, it's 50. Yeah.
Oh, it's
No, I don't
a
have
delay.
TikTok.
Okay, we will not be
You
able
have
to
a
have a
delay.
discussion because there's a massive delay going on right now. I have a delay? Jaden, did you say I have a delay?
No. They have the delay.
Yeah,
We're
they have a
receiving what
massive
you're
one.
saying.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna have to drop you. I apologize so much, Valena. You can try again over on TikTok if you want to install that, or go on to the web browser, make an account for free, and then request up.
TikTok doesn't allow new accounts to join as guests.
That sucks. Russell, we'll be
Faye,
back in 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah,
Faye, do you feel like addressing lady again? Fucking again.
What lady? Which one's lady?
I don't necessarily have
Lady
a
of
problem
Firewind?
with Lady. She's got a very
Well, no,
skewed. She's
Do you have you read the comments?
I haven't been reading them as of recently.
Yeah, she's been sitting down in the comments basically saying that we're emotionally disconnected or some shit, that we crashed out because she roasted us or some other bullshit.
I mean,
Yeah, she's completely lying about the conversation.
if she wants to come up, I'll talk to her, or the host will talk to her. One of us will. I mean, it's content.
Well, we had a big panel last week, was it?
Yeah.
I started off. Yeah, I started off with her and another lady. What was her name? Peculiar or something like that. Penny.
Penny.
And it was one of those chill streams where I was just talking about the supernatural.
Oh.
And me, Lady, and Penny, all of us practice
Remember,
witchcraft. Were you there, Faye?
Yeah, I
Faye
became the asshole in the conversation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Faye and Evan and Evan.
We can try again. Here's the only problem is, first and foremost, I thought she was extremely sweet. The problem is the cognitive dissonance that gets in the way of worldviews. I would like to try and demonstrate and explain why we believe the way we believe and the facts that we believe.
That isn't even why the panel reacted the way they did, right? Like, it's what she said verbatim, and she was also calling us ableist. So
what?
Yeah, she's been calling us ableist in the comments. So yeah, no, we weren't being at all. But it's what, lady, it's what you said towards Evan and Faye. You don't have any understanding of context when it comes to them. So that is why they got so pissed. And it was literally, it was everything. You were rejecting all of biology because it failed you.
I wouldn't even agree that it failed her. I would only argue that she went to one or two doctors that most likely didn't have enough testing and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, she can come up. It's not like I'm I don't speed run crashing out, but like my whole thing is if your argument is going to be they weren't able to help me or I am special because, then I'm just gonna call you an idiot again. Like,
God, I love my co-hosts.
Conversation, Faye, because it was you and Evan who got really pissed about it because of what.
See, the whole thing is as long as it's a situation where we're being logically consistent and we're understanding that biology and medical biology especially paints and broad strokes
we got Russell
and stuff like that. I mean, they can come.
Okay. I'm gonna let, because Ravis and Jaden are both mods, I'm gonna let Russell and CT go at it. If you guys want to help keep things in line, we know how these arguments tend to go. I don't want there to just be a ton of fucking, you fucking slow boy, idiot, tracking error. I don't want a lot of that.
Yeah, Russell, let's not get rhetorical. Like, Catholic just literally, I don't think that's in Catholic's genes.
No.
So let's steer away from that. But yeah, so what was the conversation to begin with?
Yeah, CT, are you there?
I am. Russell's just been begging to have a debate, and I told him where I am, and he's been wanting a quote unquote moderated debate.
Sure. Now, here's the thing with that, Russell. We're going to moderate CT, but we're also going to moderate you. And we all know how you get rhetorical. That's why I say you spend too much time with the Phil bros. Like, if I hear rhetorical backshot, you're getting muted immediately. If I hear tracking error, fucking muted immediately. Like, don't do any of the bullshit Phil bro speech.
Hello?
Yeah. Go for it, CT and Raw.
Yeah. CT, so you had pushback. And I don't remember what we talked about after Ian's conversation, but it seems to me that you weren't even tracking what my argument was trying to make. So the fact that you thought that you refuted my argument was kind of funny. Do you want to go ahead and rehash that, or get into how you think you were able to overcome or refute my argument?
I don't need to, because it's recorded on video, and I tell people to go check it out. That's what I think happened, and if people want to go look at that video and come to a different conclusion than me, then that's fine. I don't care.
That's dodge number one. Are you going to try to engage in good faith, or are you just going to run?
I never said I wanted to debate you or that. Like, I don't even know what the debate is on. Like, are you just debating my memory of the event?
Right now, you just said that after the Ian debate, me and you had a debate where I conceded, or you made me like concede.
No, I never said
So
you
the,
conceded. I said I attacked and demolished your argument. I never said you conceded.
oh yeah, yeah. Okay, so you said you demolished my argument. How did you demolish my argument? Go ahead.
So your whole thing is that an atheist cannot, in order to remain consistent, claim to have knowledge until it's grounded in God.
No, that's not the argument. So that's blunder number one. You're not tracking the fucking argument. You want to try again?
No, we're not doing this fucking jargon. I'm gonna stop it right now. We're not doing this jargon. All right, Russell, you were warned. All right, fucking keep your dick in your pants and actually have the discussion, or you're just gonna get fucking dropped. I'm gonna be entirely honest with you. We have no interest in this rhetorical bullshit.
Yeah,
So-
dude, Russell, what the fuck? I already said don't do that shit. CT is not like that. He's not gonna do that to you. So why the fuck are you acting like a pathetic, no bald Phil bro?
Look, I loathe CT. I don't like the guy, right? So I have no interest in having like a good discussion with him. I just want to call him out that he's a fucking moron.
If you don't want to have a good discussion, get
Goodbye.
fucked.
Sorry,
you.
I
No, I was
know
gonna
you're
do
the
it too.
host. My whole thing is if you're going to come up and pretend like
Yeah.
you're going to have a discussion with an individual, and then you're going to say that you're not going to have a discussion with them,
Yeah,
fuck all the way off into the sun.
yeah, that was ridiculous. But that's Russell for you. It sucks because I don't hate him as a person, and I genuinely think he's trolling 99% of the time that he's on TikTok.
I think I think he might be a good person in real life, but he is just a bad person when any anonymity comes up.
I think he's just fucking around. I don't think he's serious at all. There's no way that he's serious. There's no way he's that fucking. Ugh.
Lady, I do hope you know, I give 0 fucks about you following me, and I hope you know I am mods on a lot of other panels than just this one.
Why are you? He like thinks he's so special and important, and no one else is allowed to be special or unique around. Wait, what the fuck? What? Ableism.
I mean, I'm not sure I can. Can someone who's disabled be ableist?
I mean, I would say that if someone can be a victim, like there's arguments made about like internalized misogyny, about women being misogynistic themselves. So it very well could be the case. An argument could be made about someone with a disability being ableist. Like, I have type 1 diabetes. Cody and I both wear glasses on an extremely
Nerd.
strict
Glasses.
like on an extremely strict terminology of that definition, technically we're disabled, just even on the glasses alone.
Well, yeah.
But like I'm just pointing out that like it all like, but we don't see ourselves as that.
That's fucking awesome.
I suppose I understand what you're saying. I guess my whole thing is like
Did I just get called disabled for having glasses?
I mean, is that not what a disability is?
I guess
Is
it technically is, but that's fucking hilarious to hear an actual
But
verbiage.
that's kind of my point, though, is that like we don't think of it as a disability,
Oh my God, that's
and because we
amazing.
don't view ourselves as it, we could fall into using ableist language, and where that line gets of using the ableist language and having a disability, where that line gets drawn.
That's fair. I think I agree with you. I think I was drawing undue parallels to racism and how certain groups cannot be racist, and I think that's where I was drawing undue parallels.
Well, there's arguments that can be made for that as well, because
Jada, do you wear glasses?
There is a phrase, Uncle Tom, and I don't like. I'm not. fully
Yeah,
versed in it, but
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Ravis, do you wear glasses?
I don't, but I have autism. I don't wear glasses, but I have autism. Like are we oh.
God damn it.
So lady,
I love you, Ravis.
Lady, you are welcome to come up. We can have the discussion. My
Yeah.
whole thing is just gonna be like, I just
We can talk about witchcraft again. I'm always down to talk about witchcraft.
Yeah. I mean, I love witchcraft. I have so many tarot cards. I'm a worshiper of Dionysus.
Brent, I'm gonna suck your big toe if you don't stop saying that.
Brent. What? I'm so
Jesus
lost.
Christ. YouTube chat.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Brent's almost a day one, I think. Brent's been fucking with me since like for months.
Oddmod asked in the YouTube chat, do glasses help with autism? The answer is yes. They're fun to play with.
Oh, Evan's here too. Hey!
Better let me up.
Hey, papi! Buenos dias.
What's up, dude?
How's Mongolia?
I'm back from Mongolia.
Ew. You're not in the States,
dude,
are you?
I haven't seen you in fucking forever.
He's been in the greatest places on planet Earth, literally.
I've been for the last like 3 weeks until like the 18th. I came back the 18th at night. And luckily I was tired from the flight because 12-hour or more like 14-hour flight, I think. So I was really fucking tired from the flight. But the next day I woke up at like middle of the night after falling asleep at like 11.
Yeah, what was the time difference?
12 hours.
Damn.
Yeah, it's crazy. So I'm only just getting back. Tonight was last night was the first night of full sleep I got. Yeah.
Sure. Well, we got Lady back up here. I was hoping we could have a good conversation about supernatural and paranormal happenings.
I'm just hopping in. Yeah, because it is a real science, lady. Like,
Let's start off
that like it doesn't apply to you all the time.
Wait,
which
pause.
is
We just got done with like a 10-minute conversation of like all of us agreeing that we're gonna stay as chill as much as possible.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna. All right, I'll comply. I'll comply.
Try.
All right.
I'll try.
The Welsh biologist is back. Where you been at, buddy?
What is
Where
up
you
with you
been?
calling people by their?
You know my name, Jaden.
I don't know. I just
He
felt
still
like
calls Ravis
I felt
Fayborn too.
Yeah.
Which
true.
I guess
Dude,
technically he
dude.
does want to be called Fade, don't you?
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. Just don't use my last name. For those of you who know it.
Bet. So Ravis
I mean, I do
Theodore
know it,
Roosevelt.
actually, but I'm not gonna say it.
But
It's not.
I don't know why I do that, but it's like as if I have like something in the back of my head saying, well, do they want their real name said? I don't know, so I'm just not gonna say it.
Valid.
I think it's good for caution.
Yeah, we had some issues with Ravis, a year ago. Fucking stupid shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People are silly. I got my Cyberpunk tarot cards out though.
Oh, I actually was planning on installing Cyberpunk for the first time, hopefully this month.
Is it any good?
It's a lot of fun.
I've heard it's really good. We're gonna get Unchanged
so
in
my-
here as well, so we're gonna have Lady and Unchanged in here. I don't know if Unchanged. I also instinctively call people by their username. Even okay, fair enough. We'll get Unchanged and Lady
I
in
don't
here.
know why.
I mean, so these tarot cards are based off of the original TTRPG, not like the video game. These cards are like 10 years old, give or take.
God damn, you old
nerd.
fuck.
He's barely
This is
older
back
than
when
me.
I was. I mean, this is back when I was in just super deep, fucking like, super deep witchcraft stuff, like the concept of it.
You were what? You were what? Hmm?
I mean, I still do ghost hunting, but I used to like be super deep into witchcraft, ghost hunting. I used to make regular offerings on my altars. I still keep my altars, but there's no real reason to make regular offerings.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, lady, how are you doing?
Hi, I've got COVID, so I've been better.
Oh, that's fair.
COVID sucks. Do you know if you have the Omicron variant or the V something variant?
No, I don't know. It just has all the symptoms, and then like there was that day in the middle where I felt totally better, and I was like, "Oh, I beat it! It's no big deal. I didn't even get that sick." And then later that day, I was like dying. So I'm pretty sure it's COVID.
That tracks. That tracks for COVID.
I'd bet on Omicron if
And
you
then
got that day in the middle.
Unchanged, how are you doing?
I'm doing brilliant.
All right. So, Unchanged, are you theistic or atheistic or?
Atheo-pagan. Atheist and pagan.
Okay, cool. Jesus fuck.
That doesn't clear it up for me because
It's a defined terminology.
It's like me
There's
being an
books
atheist
on it.
witch.
Yeah, I practice the paganistic traditional practices, the ritualistic behaviors, all these things that give me positive psychosomatic responses, but I don't believe in anything supernatural.
God, that's hot. Yeah, so
it's
he's
the
literally
same
me.
as Cody, right? I think, right?
Yeah.
Basically, my beliefs are a placebo effect, but they help me, so I follow them.
Hey, Unchanged, are you single by chance?
Technically, yes, although I do still wear a wedding ring, but that's a long story.
Yeah, I feel you on that one.
My partner is no longer in the mortal realm.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I don't feel you exactly on that anymore.
It's okay. I said it was a long story.
God damn it.
That's why I would rather not go into it.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, and I'm glad you're here and seeming to live life to its fullest.
I try.
Well, how did you guys want to start this off? Lady Unchanged, you guys have any thoughts on the paranormal versus our natural realm?
So as stated, I don't believe in the paranormal or anything supernatural, but at the same time, I have had mildly paranormal experience, and my mother claims to be a medium, and I've seen her have paranormal experiences that are somewhat unexplainable at times of particular grief, like when she lost her uncle and her father, and I've seen her seemingly be come over with, as she would call it, a spirit possession as such. But I myself am skeptical to it, and so I'm a weird case where I don't know. I want to believe my mother is being honest, and she is being honest with me when she talks about these experiences. But I feel like there has to be some other naturalistic explanation for it.
Yeah. I always
mean,
grant
kind of like-
experience. I don't always grant causal mechanism as the from the
Yeah.
experience.
Yes.
I do think when it comes to like mediators and those kind of things, I think most of the time what's going on with those is kind of like a level of confirmation bias. You know what I mean? Because they seem to have a set expectation for what they're gonna see, what's going to happen, and it seems to be that anything that even remotely or anything that could have activated in a sense that bias towards those things that could be why she's having these experiences.
Yeah, I will say the one that I still have found entirely inexplicable, even to me, that can normally find some naturalistic cause, is that she did somehow know that her uncle had passed away within seconds of him passing away without being informed by our actual family members.
What happened?
So we were sat downstairs having dinner. I happened to be having dinner with my parents that evening a few years ago. When my uncle was in the hospital, my mother's uncle was in the hospital. He had pneumonia. He was unwell, but that's all we knew, was that he'd been taken to the hospital for pneumonia that evening, and we were just having a casual dinner. And then all of a sudden, mid-conversation, my mother entirely froze up. And then said that she needed to get in contact with her mother, my grandmother, and inform her that her brother was no longer with us, and that but that he was okay and that everyone else was still okay. And then she went on to say some things that I can't quite remember perfectly because I kind of I'm mildly disassociated in the moment, which is an unfortunate circumstance.
Sure.
But,
Also, just real quick, to the commenter in the YouTube, hey, I'm a Gemini. I don't do that.
but yeah, so I mildly disassociated in the moment because I was just really confused, and it's an unfortunate trait that I have, part of my autism. So I don't remember exactly what she said, but she went on to say a bunch of accurate things about what had happened in the process, and then she messaged my grandmother to ask if she was aware how her uncle was doing, and no one had heard anything, and she made a note of the exact time that this feeling passed over her, and that she said it was Don and my mother's grandfather that had come and contacted her. And then when we asked my great aunt, it turns out that the exact moment that that happened was within seconds of my uncle being declared dead, and no one outside of that room had yet been informed.
That is cool. My first thought is, that's kind of crazy, and you can't really call it a coincidence. But my second thought is, if we take that into account with the amount of people on planet Earth that have lost a loved one, which is 100% of them, then it's like the least likely coincidence to happen, but it happened to her, so it's therefore the most likely a coincidence situation, because thousands of people die every single day, and she's probably one of maybe 10 people that had that experience of timing.
Well, sorry, I was only like halfway paying attention to the conversation. But was there like a condition for either one of them? Like, did they have any health problems?
He was in hospital that evening because he had pneumonia, but we weren't aware that he had pneumonia. We'd just been told that he'd been taken to the hospital.
Well, I think when it comes to things like that, and like, because I've also kind of had an experience like that, I think it's more so there's a level of doubt and unconfidence in scenarios like that. So kind of think of it like this, right? Let's say your brother, he went to the hospital. You don't know why. The last time you saw him, he seems maybe very unhealthy. Is kind of like creates this doubt in your head, like, holy shit, are they going to die? Are they okay? And once you kind of select whichever one, kind of seems to be the one that you stick to. You know what I mean? Like if I were to say, my grandma went to the hospital. I don't know why. Last time I saw her, she was seriously unhealthy. I think she's going to pass away. Seems to be just like your brain kind of like just sticks on that. Doesn't want to avoid it. It sticks on that until it's proven false.
I don't think so.
Most of the other stuff that I've experienced regarding my mother and her medium stuff like that, and her claimed ability to speak to spirits and everything, has been rather like explainable to some nature for that like very similar reason of the cognitive bias and just good pattern recognition, basically.
Yeah.
The only that's the only one I haven't been able to truly explain. Just the fact that the coincidental nature of it happening to occur within seconds of him being pronounced dead.
That is really cool. I think like I kind of have like a similar thought process. Like recently I did a spell kind of in like regards of if this is true and there is some sort of metaphysical world that I don't know of, then this will happen, and said thing happened, and I was like, oof, but also coincidence. There was still a 60% chance of this thing happening on top of, I can't go back in time to test it. Those are the hardships of that. I think the timing is probably the only thing that really interests me about that. That's pretty fucking cool. But is that according to what she said, or were you guys like there, you all received text messages at the same time, and like 20 seconds earlier she was like, oh my god, he just died?
So yeah, I was, like I said, I was there. I was in the room with her. It's the second time ever I've seen her like supposedly overcome by spirits in that kind of situation, or at least that I'm aware of. It's the second time that I can remember something like that happening. And then that night, she like I said, she messaged her mother, my grandmother, and asked, did we know how Don was? And my grandmother responded, no, he's just in the hospital under observation. Sure, he's fine. And then I think it was like a few minutes later, she got a message from her sister-in-law that her brother had passed, and so then she asked, when, and obviously we had taken note of the time that my mum had this feeling come over her, and it aligned, like I said, precisely
Did you
with when
guys
he had been pronounced.
take note of the time after the effect or during?
During.
Damn it. That's pretty cool.
Because it's a thing that she's had for like claiming she's claimed this as a thing like throughout her childhood and everything. It's like she's had spirits, but she had a gatekeeper for a long time and didn't have much interaction with the spirit realm, and is how she would explain it. It became a common thing that it happened a lot where she would have night terrors related to spirits coming to her, and they would take note of the time as a common practice. And so my dad knew of this story, so knew to take note of the time as relation to her having this kind of occurrence.
To be fair, I struggle with like believing in thoughts. Sorry,
Believing in
spirits.
thoughts.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know why I said that. It like when it comes to conversations like these, it seems to be we start to lack explanations for them, you know what I mean? And that kind of makes me want to say that it's possible spirits exist. I'm just not certain about a soul.
No, neither am I. And even under like conservation of energy, like maybe there is a certain level of energy that doesn't dissipate entirely until later or something like.
I
I
do
always
grant
find
that,
I want to
but
try and find some
there's no
naturalistic
memory.
explanation. Yeah, exactly.
It's
That's
a great argument, and it would work perfectly if we could see some like
Yeah.
like if we put like a photon in a box and it did this exact pattern of movement and it
Mhm.
consistently did it over and over and over, then we could probably safely assume that when we pass away, maybe some of our energy is caught in like a loop of pattern. That could make sense, but
We're yet to have any evidence of that, and that's why like I you are the first panel where I've ever talked about the story, because one, I generally I hate personal anecdotes. I always discredit other people's personal anecdotes because they
Right.
are untestable, right? Like I tend to hold to that. But it felt reasonable to mention that while I am a skeptic, and while I am an anti-theist, while I am an atheist, while I am all of these things, I, even in my own life, had had some like
Yeah.
inexplicable occurrences that I'm still trying to figure out.
Yeah, no, I think that that's actually a really cool one. I think it's completely unexplained, and the coincidence's timing is what is like really holy shit. That's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, like in hindsight, looking back on the situation, realizing that it very much seemed like my mother did manage to know that her uncle had passed before, like within seconds of it happening, before anyone had been notified. Like I don't even know, like I think his wife was the only other person in the room with him at the time, and she hadn't even got time to tell her children yet, and somehow my mum was at home with us in the middle of a normal like conversation just after an evening meal, and just suddenly went, I need to tell my mother that her brother's no longer with us, but that everything's going to be okay and that everyone is safe. And it was like, what?
Yeah, that
Like
is
where
pretty crazy.
did that come from?
I think that one's pretty cool, actually. I like that. I appreciate you telling us that.
Do you see what I kind of mean? Like, when it gets down to experiences like this, you know what I mean? It kind of seems to be like the options for a naturalistic explanation just seems to deplete and deplete and deplete, no matter how hard we think about it.
I do
It
have
just
one natural explanation that could work is like Princeton has that study on zeros and ones with and 9/11 with multiple people having like a what's the word I'm looking for? Ravis.
Oh, dude, I can't even remember off the top of my head. I'm on I'm on Tarot Brain right now.
Damn it. But we've seen like a quote unquote lowering of conservation. Not conservation. What the fuck? What's the word? It is conservation.
Yeah, it's, I was gonna
That's
say.
the correct
I'm
word.
pretty sure you're using the right word.
Yeah, that's the correct word. Yeah. No, not conservation of energy. No. What's chaos? The word for chaos.
Entropy.
Entropy. Yeah, the lowering of
Yes.
entropy during like massive like 9/11 events, like massive events like that, or there have been like studies
Oh,
from Princeton.
variations in entropy.
There
The
you go. Yeah,
variations
yeah.
in Princeton. Yes. Okay. I
So
know what you're talking about.
that could be an explanation for it.
How does that explain it? I feel ignorant here.
I don't know how it would necessarily explain it, but there seems to be, and this isn't definite and it's not concluded, but there seems to be, and we don't have a causal mechanism, a lowering of entropy in times of high emotional distress situations, typically globally, like 9/11 or some sort of massive thing like that. But like when mass amounts of people have the same like thought process or high emotions, there seems to be, guys, don't fucking crucify me, seems to be a lowerance of entropy to some degree where the thoughts can kind of come together, like oh, something's going on, like that type of a thing can happen. It's a Princeton study. Do you remember what it's called, Ravis, by any chance?
Off the top of my head, I don't know. I also, someone mentioned runic, so I was going to show my runic tarot cards too.
Princeton study of entropy during mass events.
These ones, I think, were from a library. Someone decided that I would really like them, so. I have a lot of fucking weird supernatural events in my life to not believe in the supernatural, but I still can't make myself. I don't know why.
Well, I think also, to be fair, unironically, I think me and you, Ravi, we have a little bit of a cognitive dissonance towards it. You know what I
Scalar
mean? Like,
curvature lower bounds.
I
Yeah,
have no
so
idea what
it's
that is.
in 2021, Princeton by Robin Newmayer studied Riemannian manifolds with almost non-negative scalar curvature and Perelman entropy. They provided an irregularity theorem showing that such spaces must be close to Euclid space in a suitable sense. Local I wouldn't be able to without getting rid of my chat.
Do you have the PMID?
Box.
We can just throw it in the chat.
Oh yeah, what is it called? At least I'll type it down. Can you type it down? If I leave the thing,
I'm really trying. Okay, there it is. Okay, Stanford.edu. It's what the fuck? That's a massive ass abstract. Okay, so this is gonna be the Stanford.edu people entropy.pdf by Liu Jerry Z. I think that this might be the correct one. No, that's about... Nope, never mind. That's cosmology. Son of a bitch! Here, I know it's saved in my Copilot somewhere.
Is it the entropic basis of collective behavior?
Yes. That's it.
Okay. I was gonna say, I'm like, it's the entropic basis of collective behavior. I'll put the PMID in the chat to make it easier to look up. I literally was like, let me just open my thing because I've emailed it to myself like 3 times.
It's because I bring it up so often.
It's because I want to sit down and read it, but
it's pretty fucking interesting.
I've been so distracted with this cannibalism thing lately.
Saying that without context is the most wild fucking statement.
I know. That's why I said it. I was like, let me just give no context. Raw dog
For
the
those on
chat.
YouTube as well, the PMID is in the TikTok chat by
I
Fayeborn
can
Biologist.
I can get on my YouTube and put it in there, but I'm gonna be exposing my. Let me see. Does my YouTube have my full name on it? It does. Oh, fuck. Let me make a burner YouTube account, I guess.
Martillo, plausible is way different from possible.
Let's see. I'll use.
Oh,
my
soy's
friend-
amazing, RC. Oh my god, I love tofu and soy milk.
Soy sauce as well.
Dude, soy
Soybeans
sauce? Oh
in
my
general,
fucking
they make
god,
good
yes.
shit.
Dude, yeah, I'm a vegan, so I can fuck up
You're
some
a
fucking
vegan?
tofu and fuck you.
I'm.
Wait, are
I
you
will
actually
admit,
vegan?
Yes, what?
Unfortunately,
I didn't know
have the
that.
kind. I have the kind of autism that makes me really weird with food textures, and tofu is just something I'm yet to get used to.
The texture is rough. I actually got my girlfriend to eat tofu for the first time ever last week. She liked the flavoring, but the texture is rough.
Also,
Yeah.
what I did was I kind of like gave a rundown of the experience you gave, threw it into ChatGPT, see if it could give us a fucking answer.
Midnight had a good point as well. Extra firm tofu, and you air fry that shit, dude. You can make tofu taste like literal steak.
RC, bro. Hey, bro, it's good for you, I promise.
Proceeds to huff on chemicals. Yeah. Last I checked, none of this is made from an animal.
All right, I should be able to.
Okay, but I'm gonna read off one of the things that because this seems to be a good one. Medical cues your mother notice unconsciously. People have spent time around illness or who are very observant can sometimes recognize subtle signs that someone is near death without realizing they're doing so. If your brother's condition is rapidly deteriorating, your mother may have unconsciously picked up on breathing patterns, staff behavior, urgency, or other cues and formed a strong intuition.
She wasn't in the hospital room. She was at home with me, in the same city, but not. She wasn't around him to be noticing his breathing patterns or any of the staff behavior or anything like that because she wasn't around the actual
I thought you
hospital
said she was.
No.
Can I give you guys my example because it's similar?
Yep.
But so like I did not know that the person was in the hospital at all. I'm not even talking to the person who. So what happened is like my ex-boyfriend's mom is like in our lives still, and she's a nice lady.
Fuck ex-boyfriends.
Yeah, no, he's not a bad guy, but we don't talk because he like can't deal with me. I mean, you guys know what I'm like, but no, so like we're not even talking, like I'm not even interacting with him regularly, and his mom was like doing these ketamine treatments for like a pain management problem. She has like chronic pain, so she was not talking to anyone. She's like incommunicado because she's not well. So I hadn't heard from them in a few moons or anything, and the ketamine treatments are not like life threatening, so there's no reason to believe that she's like dying. But one day I just felt him, my ex-boyfriend, like calling out astrally, and I could just feel him crying and being like, what am I going to do without my mom? And I was like, okay, maybe I need to care about this. And it turns out that she had been rushed to the emergency room like right around that same time because she was having like breathing issues and had like a clot near her lungs or something. So like she was dying. And then so I like did chaos and like she pulled through and she's home and she's fine now. But like there was no way that I could have known that she was even in the hospital, let alone dying.
So much of that was really cool. The only thing I have a problem with is saying that you did chaos and therefore she pulled through.
Well, she pulled through, but I did chaos. I think that it's related personally.
Sure. Okay, cool. Yeah. No, I think the timing of these things are super cool. I'm not able to say it's not a coincidence because like out of the billions of times this happens every year that someone dies or whatever, you know, and only like 10 people have a story like this, it's very, very, very safe to assume that every story is a pure coincidence out of just the mass amounts of it happening.
Well, I know a lot of people who have lots of stories like this, and this is just one story, but I do this all the time. Like,
Sure,
I
yeah.
know people's legal names before I meet them sometimes. Like, I'll just know their username, but I'll just like know what their name is and start using it. And they'll be like, "What? How did you do that?" And I just do it. Like, I don't even like realize that I did something freaky. So for me, it's
There's
like,
explanations for that too, though.
is there? What? How could you
Confirmation
possibly explain
bias,
that?
like, it's called the sharpshooter effect or fallacy, where you have all these successes, but you draw a circle around them as if you shot those successes, right? But it's like you're not able to remember or account for the 4,000 failures, only the 500
No,
successes.
but I don't. It's not like I'm.
That's not sharpshooter fallacy, Cody.
What is it?
That's confirmation bias.
There's an actual
You
word
might
for it, though, an actual fallacy
you
for it.
might you might be able to compare it to survivorship bias, but no,
I'm thinking of something in particular. It's a
confirmation
specific
bias. It's the
fallacy.
Sure, but I don't like
Look,
go around doing it as a gimmick. Like, it's not like I'm guessing every person's legal name and sometimes I get it right, but usually I get it wrong. It's like if I do that, it's because I know the information and it's definitely right. And it's not like I consciously choose to do it. It's just like I just know them. I don't know how else to
Yeah,
explain it.
I've done that before as well. When you were like, because normally what would happen for me is like I would see their face, and then I would just know their name just like that. You know what I mean? It's kind of like you look at somebody, you feel as if their name is this way, then you know it's that, and then you go with that. Or could you like not see them like it was on a panel or?
Yeah, like lady's name is Jessica.
Are you waiting for me to reply? Because
Yeah.
my legal name is public knowledge. So you could
Is
have
it?
done better than that by Googling me.
Wait, what is your legal name?
My name is Victoria Tehila
Damn
Firewood.
it. Don't give the full.
Everyone knows who I am. I live in the open. I'm not hiding. Because you know what happened? I was hiding and they found me anyway. People doxed me and found all my information and threatened to come here and hurt my children, and it doesn't matter. So now I just don't even try to conceal anything. I'm just completely open and honest all the time, which is why it's so crazy that people keep accusing me of lying.
But
I might have to go. Someone's crashing out in my inbox. I think I have to go talk to them. So,
Yeah, that's all good. I need to end stream anyways. I've got some plans that I gotta do, guys. So what?
this went
No.
better. I'll try this again. I followed you again.
No.
This is better this time.
Wait, no
Thanks for
what?
being nice, everyone.
Yeah, you don't get to end the live.
I gotta.
No, you don't.
I love you.
No, you don't.
Appreciate
You
everyone
can't
being
lie.
up here today.
Wait. What if you just left the live on and you walk away and me and Faye will moderate it?
I'm using my
Do it.
computer when I get off.
No, you're not.
It's been a 3-hour stream. I appreciate everyone being here. Appreciate all the super chats and everyone joining up and requesting up. I love
Look at my
you,
damn
Jaden.
argument.
I love you, Jaden. I will
Look at my
read your
argument
argument.
and you
I
gotta
will
tell me
read
the
your
argument.
argument. I will read your argument.
Okay, then I don't care. You can end it now.
All right. Adios, guys. Appreciate everyone being here. YouTube, you guys are absolute fucking legends. I will see y'all tomorrow, 3 p.m. Central. Appreciate you being here. Adios.